Billy Madison.
Huh?
Would you like to try writing some words in cursive on the blackboard today?
Okay, sure.
Okay, how about the word dugout? Okay, good. How about bunt?
Bunt. B-U-N-T in perfect cursive. Any more brain busters?
Rizzuto.
Z.
Veruto?
Those are Z's.
They look like R's to me.
That's not fair. Rizzuto is not a word. He's a baseball player. You're cheating.
Would you like to try the word buzz?
I hate cursive and I hate all of you. I'm never coming back to school. Never!
Yeah, buddies, it's the Ron and Fez show. Fez, why don't you back sell that just to get into the habit here today?
That was Husker Du, Dead Set on Destruction, and before that you heard Billy Madison, the Phil Rizzuto drop.
Well, you're not going to promote the drops. But is it Husker Du or Husker Du?
I always thought it was Husker.
I always say Husker Du, but...
It's Husker Du, Mr. B.
Well, why are you screaming at me? Why can't you just be a person? All right,
Sorry.
so that gets us off to the right thing. Here's something else I always have problems, Fez. Is it envoy or envoy? I can never remember.
I think it's envoy.
All right, I will remember that from this point on then.
Yes, it's envoy, even though it's with an E.
Earl, does that Husker Du thing make you a tad nervous?
No, not at all.
Yeah, well, that's because you're not in reality.
That's me.
All right, Ron and Fez show. Well, you did bring up the Phil Rizzuto clip there from Billy Madison. Phil Rizzuto, dead at the age of 89 years old. If you don't know Phil Rizzuto from, Yankees ball player, and then later, actually much more well-known as a broadcaster. You will know him from The Money Store. It's Phil Rizzuto for The Money Store.
I always felt bad when Jim Palmer took over for Phil Rizzuto on The Money Store.
Why did you feel bad?
Because it seemed like they were just pushing Phil Rizzuto out for this underwear model, Jim Palmer.
Boy, do you show your age. The underwear model Jim Palmer. Now, he hasn't been an underwear model since like 81.
And that's when they brought him in.
It is the Ron and Fez show. Fezzy, I was thinking about this last night. I was thinking, do you notice, and I don't know whether we're desensitized, and I'll open this up to everybody who's listening. And I don't know that we're desensitized now, but it's harder and harder to shock. And I'm talking about for me, myself, to get shocked, the people I know. I don't know whether it's still true for people in the heartland to be shocked, but for me, it just doesn't work anymore. 866-RON-0-FEZ, 866-RON-0-FEZ. And the reason I was thinking about this is somewhat occasionally, I'll open my email, and there's some kind of hardcore porn that someone thinks that I would find funny. And it's somebody with like a boot in their asshole or an anchor slammed into a vagina. And this is the type of thing that would have been considered extremely hardcore pre the internet.
Right.
You would never even be caught dead in a magazine store or the part of town where you would look at a picture with a girl sitting on top of an anchor. But now, and I remember when I first got them, the girl with blowing the fucking blowhole out of her ass, the big fat ass, that everybody got that picture one time or another.
Right.
Or some kind of scat shit-drenched things. I mean, this didn't show up in Penthouse or Playboy, This was far and away black and white hardcore porn only about 10 to 15 years ago. But now, and you would have to go to a section of town. You would have to say, I'm leaving, I've crossed the border, I'm going down into Old Mexico, and I'm going to go for, disgusting purposes. And so when people would start to send them to each other, no, I'm not saying I get it from strangers, it's friends, it's buddies.
Sure.
You gotta see this. I click on it, and it's some woman eating a turd. And when I remember when first I'd be like, oh my God, like 10 years ago or whatever, when the internet really started kicking off. And now I'm just like, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, the fact that it shows up in my living room just doesn't mean a thing. You cannot be shocked by anything anymore. 866-RON-0-FEZ, 866-RON-0-FEZ. I mean, the entire thing about cleaning up New York City, and it happened in most major cities, is like, we do not want this, blah, blah, blah. Times Square, you can't walk through there with your children. But now this stuff shows up at your home, sent from friends as a joke. And guess what? Your kids are getting it as a joke. Your mom and dad are getting it as a joke. It's just swung across that you will no longer be shocked by any kind of hardcore porn anymore.
Yeah. You know what? I've noticed this. You see more and more dead bodies on TV anymore. Where, like, maybe I first started to notice that with, like, Hurricane Katrina, and you just see a dead, bloated body on the news or something.
Paul, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
What's up, guys? Ronnie B, Fezzy.
Yeah, what can we do for you?
Totally agree. You're absolutely right. You hit the nail on the head, Ron. It's because of the internet. When I was a kid, I'm 38 now. When I was a kid, to see a car wreck and a dead person was a big deal.
Right.
Now you point and click. Now you got dead people. You got porn this, porn that, and you're not surprised anymore.
Well,
you're not surprised whatsoever.
Yeah, Fezzy kind of brought this up with TV, but again, with the internet, your friends will send you clips of people getting their head blown off, or look what happened to this guy.
Yeah.
And it's
Happy Valentine's Day. Oof.
Yeah. I don't know whether we're like Romans now, where our porn and our violence, it doesn't really matter to us if it just starts the smallest bit of feeling to us, we're willing to take a look at it because we're so numb. We're so numbed over. John, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Ronnie, this is John. I just wanted to know what's next. I mean, we have murder, we have porn in our living room. What's next? I mean, what's the progression?
I have no idea. I mean, eventually, maybe we're just going to start cutting off limbs just to feel something. I had a crazy Saturday night. I ended up cutting off my foot at the ankle. I don't know what I was doing, but at some point, you're just trying to jump into any kind of feeling. John, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, brother.
Yeah.
Yesterday, my wife came home from work and was telling me about a lady, I don't remember where, she left her kid in the car for 9 hours in the hot sun, and it died, and it's exactly what you're talking about. I just kind of went, because you hear about it all the time. It's not such a horrible thing. It's horrible, but it doesn't strike you like...
Well, then you notice, like, John, how quickly your friends try to come up with jokes about it as if everything is so ironic that nothing matters anymore. Literally zero matters. That all you're trying to do is, if you find out some tragedy took place, is come up with as many quips as you possibly can. Like the whole entire purpose of life is to come up with a top 10 list. That's all you're out to do. 866-RON-0-FEZ. 866-RON-0-FEZ. Dave, is it Husker Du or Husker Du?
Husker Du.
Thank you very much.
Husker with a who, okay.
I got news for you. That's got me a little nervous, Fez. The initial back cell, I think it's an omen.
You think so? It's got me a little panicked, too.
I don't panic. I just say I'm totally fine with it. If you want to know the truth, I'm totally fine with taking the fucking collar on this. Marshall, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, buddy, so is it envelope or envelope?
I say envelope. Fez?
Envelope.
Okay, well, me too. I guess that one wasn't a good one. Yeah, it's really weird, this whole kind of...
Wait, do I say envelope? I'm not sure what I say. Anytime anyone brings that up to me, I'm not sure which way I go.
Open the envelope. And the envelope, please. It seems like at Oscars, it's envelope. In everyday life, it's envelope.
Can I get an envelope from you? Can I get an envelope? I don't even think I say it anymore. I'll email you. What is she eating, a giant thing of yogurt? God, she consumes.
True. It's going to be irrelevant soon.
What can we do for you, Marshall?
Well, I think, like, this whole pornification stuff, like, I think, my little brothers, 10 and 11, and they're seeing donkey shows and all this stuff. And it's funny because back in the 80s, I would have loved that. I would have thought, well, that's going to be great for this country. We need to get over this shit. But now, I don't know. I'm a little ambivalent on it.
It just is what it is, and I'm not saying I'm even making a moral judgment. I'm just saying that you could email me something with a woman, someone shitting in her eye as she inserts a tuba, and I would spend zero time looking at it. It just means nothing. There is zero interest for me. I'm not saying, oh, this is horrible, get rid of it, or this is... It just means nothing. I've passed over it like I was reading from a joke book. You know what I mean? You know how unfunny a joke book is?
Sure.
Now, any of that kind of stuff that's being sent around, it has zero shock appeal for me. I'm not sure if I can be shocked anymore. I really don't think I care. Mickey, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, I was wondering, is it caramel or caramel?
I stay with this one, and for me, I'm a hardliner. Caramel. I don't even like the term caramel. It sounds queenish. What's that?
On the Dairy Queen commercials, they have the caramel, the caramel, is it pecans or pecans?
Well, no, I say pecans. A pecan is a can that you would put under your bed that you take a piss in. That's a pecan. Here's Xavier. Xavier, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Is it Xavier, Ronnie, or is it Javier?
To me, it really doesn't matter. I'm just going to call you X Game. That's going to be my nickname for you from this point on.
Nice. Cool nickname.
She's completely done that yogurt within seconds. It's starting to be frightening. What can I do for you, X Game?
You know what, man? I was watching I'm with you guys. I could see some guy get stomped on. I'm like, fuck him.
Yeah.
He had it coming. And I was watching this thing last night, man, about the survivors of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. And son of a bitch, these guys, I mean, they actually lived through the bomb and shit, and their faces are still all melted off. It made me go upstairs and, put my arm around my kids, man. It sent me back a bit, man.
So you really think it's going to take an atomic bomb right now for us to feel anything?
Well, you know what? How far are we from something like that happening again? It was pretty ugly seeing these.
Well, we've only been seconds from it happening at any time since it's happened.
True.
You know? I mean, literally, this is all Eisenhower thought about, Kennedy thought about, and on and on and on. You know?
Okay.
And any kind of feeling of safety that we have is just that. It's just momentary. Brian, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Ronnie, how are you, buddy?
Good, pal.
You know, I agree exactly what you're saying. I'm out here on the road, and I can see a friggin' car accident happen, and I won't even stop now to see if I can do anything. I'll just keep fucking going. Because it's like half the time, everything is going to be okay, but then you get home and you look at that internet, the last thing I want to do is watch somebody else have a fucking accident anyway.
Yeah, it is exactly the oddest thing. And to go back to that, I wonder that's why people get so upset about what happens to animals. You know what I mean? Like,
I could see a fucking 1,000 animals get hit. I don't even stop to look at them anymore.
But I don't know. I think like the reason why people like animals is they go, at least there's something innocent in the world. You know, because I was trying to figure out the fact of all the hate mail that we got when I said I didn't care about dog fighting, which I've now completely flipped on 1,000,000%. And I care deeply about it. I'm exactly like you people. But I think people go, humans are so jaded and they've been through so much that I no longer think that anything is good but a dog.
Yeah, I think with like a car accident or something, like if people read the details of a car accident and they say, see that this guy was going 90 miles per hour, I think a lot of times people are like, well, that guy got what was coming to him.
Yeah, well, I'm not talking about reading something and not care. I'm talking about actually seeing it. Literally seeing it. And most of the time, Fezzy, it's not 90 miles per hour. A car accident could happen to any one of us at any time. And I'm seeing it more like we're a bunch of water buffalo. You ever notice like a lion will jump into the water buffalo and they'll all run back for a moment, but then when that lion is eaten, and they'll just go back to their regular life, like whatever, those things happen. I kind of feel like that's us now. All right, here comes Nico. Nico, when's your last day with us? The Underground said goodbye yesterday.
Well, I go back the 4th, September 4th, so I think you're off.
Yeah, so it'll be the last day before whatever our Labor Day vacation is?
Yes, that'll be.
Earl?
Yeah.
I hate to wake you up during the show. I know you're sleeping. But I would love to have a nice bon voyage party for Nico.
Oh.
And Nico, even though you couldn't fix Fez or fix the show, I don't want you to look at this summer as a failure. I want you to see it as an incomplete.
Oh, okay.
Well, what did you want to add to the conversation, Nico?
Well, you're saying about how watching things, like, I think with videos, it makes it seem like it's not even like real when you're saying you get pictures or something like that. Like, it's like, oh, this may not even happen. Like, I don't know. I guess you get desensitized.
We are desensitized.
Yeah.
We are numb. There is something almost inhuman about us anymore. And it's not so big. It's not a conscious decision. It's just something that happens because you cannot get reshocked. You cannot get reshocked. Boy, Nico, you're the best. I'm telling you right now, you're everything I wanted Sheepy to be at one time. Here's Ron. Ron, you're on Ron and Fez.
What's up, buddy?
Yeah, buddy.
You were talking about dismemberment, cutting off body parts. That's going to be the next trend. It already is.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of websites out there right now. They're called Nullos, Nullos. And it's just guys that cut off their feet, cut off their dicks, cut off their fingers just to do something different.
I think I might join those guys until we get to the dick. I'm going to cut off a couple toes, fingers, but I'm going to keep my dick.
Yeah, I would.
And I'm going to tell you why, because I love using it so much, Nico. I'm not going to lie to you about that. I just absolutely, where the fingers and toes, I don't care much for.
It's the best part of the body.
Is it to you, the dick?
Yeah.
What else do you like to suck besides that? Ass pipe? You are now part of the Asexual Monkeys. Who's all in the band? It's you, Sheepy, your nemesis, which I'm worried about. You two are going to break up the band. Fez and Earl. Any chance at all you're going to be dating soon?
I see. I think I could try, but I need tips though.
You're leaving the group?
I would like.
Why don't you follow Earl and Fez around for a while, and then do just the opposite?
Yeah, I'm going to need a solo career and take things to a new limit.
I would like to see. Are you going to be a senior in college this year?
Yes.
I can't imagine that you'll be leaving college as a virgin. To me, that would be, and I hate to say this in front of Fez and Earl, the most depressing thing I've ever heard of in my life.
Yeah.
I mean, you have classmates that have probably slept with hundreds of girls.
Oh, yeah.
And we're not asking for that. One. Just one.
But how should I go about... It's just so weird the way you approach girls nowadays.
I want you and Fez to dress differently. I want you guys to look at each other and dress differently. Rick, you're on Ron and Fez.
Ronnie.
Yeah.
Curious if another attack on the 9/11 would shock you at all.
Now, that is very, very interesting because you would assume yes. But I will take you back to this. When the first space shuttle blew up, which was in, 86? Okay, 86. The shock that went through this nation, you could not imagine it. Reagan must have spent a week. I mean, it was one of the reasons why people liked him as a president, because he did so well at that funeral and he healed the country. It was on 24 hours a day. We knew the names of each person. We knew everything about the school teacher. Reagan cried on TV. Literally, a nation cried with him. There was national mourning. When the next one blew up in the 90s, which was 90 what?
It was
98, 99?
I thought it was later. I thought it was like 2000, 2001.
All right, before 9/11 though, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely before 9/11.
The nation did not mourn. You watched it on TV, and people immediately said, the space shuttle thing doesn't work. It always blows up. Remember this happened 15 years ago? This thing stinks. Let's get rid of it. There was not a thing of mourning. It's almost that you can't do something twice. You know, like there could be something new that could shock us, but I don't know if people would feel the same way.
Yeah, because it's like you said, it's almost like they're expecting it. This one that's in space now with the big gouge in the bottom of it, you know, people now expect things to go wrong with a space shuttle, whether it's disastrous or not.
Cynical. What you're saying is that you literally become cynical, and that's exactly everything that we're talking about. Hey, T, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, guys.
Yeah.
Just wondering, Ron, you in particular, if you've become more numb since the inclusion of Eastside Dave on the show. Here's a guy who you've seen eat shit. That's got to have some effect on how you view, like you mentioned, a girl getting shit in the eye and inserting a tuba. That's not as bad as watching a man eat shit, in my opinion.
You know, the odd thing about Eastside Dave doing this is the fact that he accepts it means that the rest of us accept it. I think there is a lesson there. Certainly one for you, Fez, who wrestles with his anxieties and stuff, where Eastside Dave is comfortable in his own skin.
Yeah, very much. I mean, the guy eats his own crap, and then it's like...
Why can't you say shit?
I don't want to say that word. But he eats his own dung, and, you know, a week later, whatever, you know, we sit and talk with him like we always did in the office. Like, there's no sort of, we can't be around this crap eater. He must be ostracized.
Jack, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah.
I think the reason we're so desensitized is you can see this stuff and realize that, you know, it's not happening to me. We're in the me generation. You can see this stuff and say, well, who gives a shit, because it's not happening to me or anybody I know.
Well, yes and no, because I'm sure there were times, many, many times, you know, if you grew up during the Civil War, you must have seen a lot of people get killed. If you were around with the Black Plague, I'm sure you had people in your family dying in front of you, and at a certain time, you just numb over. You just become desensitized. The strange thing here is we get it brought to us. We're not going out in the world. We sit in front of a computer, a TV screen, and that's how we get it. Here's Jim. Jim, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Yeah.
That shuttle explosion was 2003.
2003.
So it was
big
after.
Ass. Go ahead, Fez.
I said so. It was after 9/11. I didn't think it was.
Big ass prize closet, my friend, and maybe being post 9/11 had something to do with it too, as much as the one before. But there we are. We're talking 17 years in between the shuttles blowing up, and I'm telling you, it did not seem to me that a nation needed any kind of healing after that shuttle. And you saw that one shooting across the Texas sky. And I don't remember kids not missing school or anyone going, I remember where I was. You know, there is not that big story. I got the call from my dad, and he said, Billy, come home. The shuttle blew up. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Everyone has those stories for the 86 one, not for the 2003 one.
Also, I think NASA is kind of like losing its faith, like the public's losing its faith in it, because, you know, they screwed up so many, like, satellites blow up and...
But, you know, again, you're taking it for granted. We've only been doing this for 40 years, 50 years, going into space. The fact that that's still, you're pissed off about, you know, your cell phone or your radio, that's bopping off a fucking satellite. Nobody predicted that shit. Nobody went, in the future, people will have cellular phones and 180 radio stations all bouncing back from space. Yet it takes you seconds to go, this fucking space technology, it's really not 100% so it blows. Bill, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
29875, my brother.
Hey, man.
Hey, Ronnie, how about Fezzy? The first stent, everybody was sad, crying. I mean, we thought we were going to lose him. Second stent, who really cares?
Oddly enough, you could not be more right about that. The first stent, everybody I know called me. Look, if there's anything we can do for Fez, blah, blah, blah. The second stent, I don't remember you getting all the flowers.
No, not even close.
The jokes started sooner. Remember, the first stent you got a call from you, Panero. The second stent you got a call from Wiki. I mean, it just, you know what I mean? The ELO wasn't, he was like, hey, I heard Fezzy had another heart attack. Everything's going to be cool though, right? Hey, you guys going to be able to do that thing for me on the 15th? You know, I mean, and that happened with everybody that we know. You really only get so much suffering that people will buy into. You know, and that was kind of the thing with our friend Paul O when he loses Gail. At first, the whole world is like, Paul, whatever you need. And now people are telling me, you know, he's drunk on the air again. He's a fucking asshole. I go, he's still suffering. Really? It's been that long.
Yeah, like people expected him to get over it immediately just because of what they heard, you know, between him and her on the radio.
I don't know if that's the case. The point that I was making, Fez, is that you only get so much time to get people's sympathy before they're ready to get the things that they want. I don't think it had anything to do with the radio because obviously everybody poured out to him at first. But after you get past that point, everyone's like, all right, now we got to get back to normal here.
Do you think it's instant communications? Because everything nowadays is just instant, like bam, bam, bam. Do you think that people just want instant emotions?
I don't know what they want. I'm not coming to any conclusion about it. I'm just saying I notice it myself. It's very, very difficult for me to be shocked at all anymore about anything. And it's the weirdest possible thing to be able to say about yourself. Here's Mike. Mike, you're on the Ron and Fez show. How are you? Go ahead, Mike.
Hello, buddies.
Yeah.
When we were growing up, if we wanted to see porn, we wanted to see something shocking, we had to find it in the woods, in a magazine in the woods. But nowadays, the kids can just click on it. They can want to see a decapitation. They want to see some donkey getting sucked off. They just see it by Googling. They're there in 2 seconds.
Well, it's a really good point that you even brought up kids, because when we were out to dinner with Blowhard, him and his chick were screaming like, they want to do sex education for people in kindergarten, And like, we went, well, what kind of sex education? Maybe there's some of it, because kids are going to get this. If you sign online, or if your friends' kids have a computer, they're going to see some kind of sex stuff. Do you prep them for it, or do you go, let them learn from the donkey fuck thing that's going to be spread around to them? I mean, it's an easy thing to laugh at, but I'm being fucking, this is a total fucking shoot right now. I don't know how, because I remember when I was a kid, we would have like some kind of skin rags, and I must have been like 7 or something. And the first time like I saw one of this was a guy was licking a woman's breast. It seemed like crazy to me. Like, what the fuck would you do that for? And I thought that was fucking at first. I didn't ask my buddies, is that fucking? I went home and I'm like, wow, that's weird. But I think I can do it. I think I'll be able to fuck. A little while later, we get a little more hardcore, and I'm like, what? He's pissing in her? Because I couldn't think of any other reason. I guess you piss in them. I mean, the stages of ignorance that I followed along by just having these dirty skin magazines. Luckily, before I had sex, I, worked it out. So I just didn't go in and take a piss into this girl. But you could go that way. There should be some amount of, hey, let's slow this thing down. Who was teaching the kids? Here's Bruce. Bruce, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yes, do you think people are so desensitized that's why they change the story, such as somebody cut their finger and all of a sudden they cut their arm off? It goes between 100 different people with different versions.
It is kind of, or even the same person will blow up the story about themselves. That's a really good point.
It's like they're getting it newsworthy or something.
Well, I'll even have people quote back stories to me about this show and things I said, and I'm like, almost, things that make them in. And almost 100% of the time I go, that did not happen. What you are saying didn't happen.
Right.
I would not yell that out. You've made a huge leap. And yet that's the way they remember it. And I kind of agree there with what he said. You've got to go that far just to say this is important. You've got to blow it up even bigger. I mean, we went through this with the whole, where people are mad at the president, whatever. Butch is a Nazi. You got to go all the way over to Hitler now. You know what I mean? You've got to go that far to call him a Nazi. And, the same thing on the other side. Everybody's a commie, or, we've turned the name liberal into something hideous. I mean, you've got to go far now to say, I don't agree with something. Mike, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Yeah.
I was going to say, I feel like that even the Virginia Tech thing was very desensitized to what Columbine was. I feel there's a lot more mourning with Columbine and a lot more coverage on it than what that got.
I don't know if it was more coverage, because the coverage blew up, as it always does. I mean, you go around and it's on every single thing. But I don't, and these news places, they do marketing. They'll go and do market research. Are you still interested in Paris Hilton, or should we drop this story? I mean, talk about fucking cynical. There you go. So I believe that they found out the country is not as involved in this as they were in Columbine. And I'm not saying that's a good thing, or I'm not even necessarily saying that it's a bad thing. I'm just agreeing with you, Mike. I don't think that the country, or maybe it just happens much, much faster, where you could get the Columbine story that took 2 weeks. Now you can suppress it and push it down. Because here's this crazy kid. Oh, he was a loner, blah, blah, blah. In seconds, his fucking MySpace page is up. Any of these fucking videos that he had emailed out were up. It was almost like a little press kit that this fucker had.
His whole life story's right there.
It was all laid out for us. We were able to look at it, digest it, and then move along to the next story as quickly as we possibly can.
What probably happened with Virginia Tech, too, since it was the largest mass shooting ever in the country, it took that big of numbers to shock us on that one, on the original one. If that had been a Virginia Tech gunman who went in and shot 2-3 people, it would have come and gone. You know, because we're used to that kind of school shooting.
We're saying that this one wasn't as shocking as Columbine because it happened the same way. It did not get the same heat. And I'm not saying that, and, that's a good thing, a bad thing, nothing. I'm just saying it was not as big as news story as Columbine was. Hey, here's the blowhard. How are you, buddy?
Okay, buddy. When we were discussing the whole kindergarten sex thing, it was Barack Obama who came out. It was in the news that day. And my point was, you're going to teach sex education to 5-year-olds. It's absurd.
It would depend. It would depend on the type of sex education.
But how do you define sex education?
I don't know. That's why I said I want to do more before I hit some outrage.
Well,
now, when you say, blowhard, when you say we were discussing, we were not discussing. We were listening to a lecture of blowhard going on and on about the problems of the world.
All right, I got a little passionate about the subject.
But go back to what I'm talking about. Your kids, 5, 6, 7, 8 years old, are going to be completely wired. I cannot imagine within the next couple of years that every kid won't be leaving the home with some type of BlackBerry on them.
Oh, there's no doubt that the kids today, there's an assault on them at a much younger age than us. Let's face it, we had National Geographic that got us excited. I remember ripping the pages out of the school library of African women walking around naked. The porn wasn't as available as it is today, obviously. But the public school system should worry about, reading and math and teaching the kids, as opposed to this whole social engineering that they're trying to do.
Well, you say that until some kid comes back into the school later shooting it up, and they're going, why didn't the teachers see this going on? You are only in a public school system supposed to be finding out, is the kid's taking his drugs at the right time?
But there was a time when the public schools basically had standards. I went to public school, and the teachers were able to discipline children, and the kids basically were disciplined, and the parents weren't taught.
So what do you want? You want the kids hit?
No, but I want respect in the classroom.
They don't fucking have respect at home. I'm walking home yesterday. I see a 5-year-old, right? Punch his mother in the fucking back as hard as he could. Just fucking thumped her. She's like, Joey, stop. She's trying to chill his ass out and just try to pin his arms back, and he's fucking screaming, I hate you! I hate you! I walk over, I go, ma'am, just give me the fucking reason. I will kick this little kid until he's dead. I go, I don't know whether, that'll work out for you, but from what I was seeing, I will kick him till he's fucking dead.
Well, listen, it comes down to this. Back in the day, if a teacher wrote your parents a note, your parents basically took the teacher's word against yours, because that's just the way it was. If it says that little blowhard threw an eraser at some kid's head or did something, the teacher basically was right. My parents would take the teacher's word over mine. But nowadays...
These kids nowadays with the video games and the pong.
These wacky kids, I can't believe it. But and the internets. But, nowadays, I have friends who are teachers, and it's almost like the kids are dropped off at school, and they say to the teachers, here. And they just drop the kids off. They don't take an interest in the kids and what they're doing. homework assignments, and then when they fail the kids or criticize the kids, the first thing these parents do is run to the teacher and start screaming at the teacher, my kid wouldn't do this, my kid is brilliant. And that's the problem nowadays, that there is a problem with parenting, and there is a problem that you can't have the public schools become, the nanny.
All right, Blowhard. I understand. We're basically we're on a different premise than what we were talking about on the show, though.
No, I understand.
But one day we will do a big WOR thing about the public school system, and I want you to call me back, all right?
I certainly will, Ron.
All right, talk to you then. There goes the Blowhard. He's furious, nowadays.
Something's got him worked up.
I don't think I know anyone who uses the term nowadays more than that man. It's like he is trapped in a world that he never made. All right, I'm going to go back to not being shocking, whether these things are good or bad. Divorce, zero shock. Zero shock to anybody. It wasn't that long ago. 40, 50. Well, our friend who used to do radio with us, Bob Lassiter, was the child of divorced parents. And some of his friends' parents would not let those kids play with him because this was such an incredible taboo. I can't believe, I don't want their values coming in. That was single mothers. It only used to happen in what was considered the very worst families.
Right.
Happens everywhere now.
Also, there was a bigger tie to religion, I think. I guess when you guys were younger than there is now. I mean, everything's just. I mean, there's not really that.
Well, quite frankly, I think that there is more of the. I think religion in the last 10 years is bigger than I remember when I was a kid. It was really. It was really different than it is now. You didn't have the super fucking churches and the constant religion on TV. There were some religious shows, but now you basically have religious channels. So if you look out there, but again, the religion is going farther because, people are throwing themselves on the floor and then you really got to blow it up. And it used to be in religion is I will get you to the promised land someday. Now with religion, it seems like we're going to get rich, we're going to have a great life, and then we'll go to heaven. You cannot get away with the old swing low, sweet chariot. You got to say your life is going to turn around, you're going to be thinner, you're going to have great sex, you're going to make more money, and it's all thanks to Jesus. And then afterwards, we're going to heaven. So you really got to promise a lot more with religion now.
Yeah, the suffering in Christ is pretty much out the door. You shouldn't have to suffer anymore.
Well, God wants you to get good things. God wants you to have a good job. Here is, let me go over here to Mike. Mike, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, we're definitely getting desensitized. People getting hit in the face with a cowbell. It's hilarious to me.
Ow! Right off my cheekbone!
Man, that's funny.
Ow, it hurts.
I think you actually yelled before the pain that time, before the sound. Tyler, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, I've noticed with, the hipsters and stuff and the younger kids, it's just not cool to be affected by anything. It's not cool to care.
All right, let's go to our resident hipster. That's a very good point. Let's call him Pepper Hicks now. Now, Pepper loves the fact that he knows everything about some obscure band, not even that's out now, some obscure band from 1963. Yet he bragged yesterday about knowing nothing, zero, about the war. And what was happening.
I was bragging.
You were bragging. Okay. You were very excited, and you were bringing in that, what I consider an Astoria attitude. I start to call it now. The Astoria attitude of just aloofness. Is that the thing? It's hip not to fucking care. It's hip not to be involved. You're above it all.
I think there's been a backlash against overactivism,
Mm-hmm.
like the hippies and the liberals of the 60s and 70s. And I think now it's just you have to be super apathetic and just don't give a fuck.
Right.
And I think that definitely is, as sad to say, in.
Well, you know what? It kind of made me laugh a little bit. is I saw a thing on ronfez.net yesterday about I hate hippies, right? So I go to read it because I'm like, how many are there that you're this fucking angry? Because there's not a lot of people living on communes. And they think they stopped the war and now they went and voted for Bush or whatever. And again, it's this generalization. It's one of the things I go with Blowhard of just sweeping. All kids do. You know what I mean? By the time you get into all and no, you got fucking nothing going down for you. But if you go back and watch a lot of the documentaries from the 60s, the hippies was not over big. It's just like punks. Punk has never been, absolutely mainstream. People grew their hair longer in the 60s and 70s, but they were not hippies. There were probably as many punks as hippies, period. But people that were protesting against the war then were also normal fucking
Regular
people.
Squares or whatever.
College kids, teachers, people from all different walks of life, religious people. You don't see that as much. But for some reason, it gets thrown into this hippie thing, this blanket hippie thing that is just ridiculous.
It's just the word that is just used to label anyone who has a certain, not even a certain point of view, just even if one idea.
Right.
Many. It's ridiculous, but.
But your hair today, which isn't considered long, would have been considered very long in like fucking 66, 67. I don't know whether that's a girl in there, And again, you become desensitized to that. I remember when you got a tattoo, and I don't give a shit at what age fucking parents were weirded out by it. Now everyone's fucking covered in tattoos.
Oh, yeah.
Same with piercings. The girl from the Genitorturers did a thing for us. This is like 91, 92, where she pierced someone's tongue on the fucking radio, and, we did it right in front of the microphone, made it pop. Made the fucking paper. You know what I mean? It literally was in the paper. 7 months later, you go and your waitress has the fucking... But the initial thing is always shocking. And then it falls into fashion seconds later.
Even belly button rings, which mean nothing now.
Yeah.
We're like, holy shit, look at that. Or a girl with a midriff.
Right.
We're talking about desensitized and how we're not shocked anymore. Ken from Portland writes into us that Fez's ovaries have become desensitized from excessive tickling.
I meant to say overly, not ovary.
When do you ever use that term?
Overly desensitized. I believe that's a good place to use it.
What do you think about all this, Fezzy? You agree? You disagree? What am I going to do to drag you into this?
Oh, I totally agree that we can't be shocked anymore.
That one surprises me. I'm shocked. Fez Watley lining up shoulder to shoulder with Ronnie B.
I mean, it's, you have a show on TV called Jackass where people are intentionally trying to hurt themselves. It's just, it goes from there.
What do you mean it goes from there? You think that started it?
Yeah, it might have started it.
Then you forgot Flipper on the Ron and Fez show fucking years before. That's always been around. It's the fact that it's now considered entertainment is the bizarre thing about it. Pat, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Ronnie, how's Fez?
Yeah.
Hey, all I wanted to say was back to the Virginia Tech Columbine thing. I think we were shocked like we were with Columbine. It's just that we get our information a lot quicker. Like when we got Columbine, what took 2 weeks to come out, that all the things that happened, you can get instantly now.
I kind of brought that up where you get the backstory on the guy's MySpace. And this is another thing, too, that I think is kind of interesting. That whenever you watch television, whoever gets interviewed, what did you see, what did you do, blah, 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 everybody knows how to act. Everybody in the United States of America knows how to be on TV and knows how to do an interview. And you see it all the time with people who just, something happened to them, and all of a sudden they're on the Today Show or Letterman has them on, and they do not seem like They're a fish out of water. Like, what am I doing? You know, we know how to be on TV constantly. And now the MySpace page, it's almost like people are saying, all right, since Us Magazine is doing nothing on me, I am just going to do it for myself.
Their personal press.
I am going to break some fucking stories. And Lily came in one day. I can't believe Whackbag put my quotes up. And I'm like, you've already put it out there. You know what I mean? Like, I don't, once you say this is open to the public, here are my thoughts, of course it's going to go out there.
I think she's a little oversensitive with that. I saw that post.
Well, I saw the things that she wrote. I thought she was bullshitting about who is the real me. Inside, am I, you know? And I'm like...
I couldn't believe what I read that.
Yeah. In the back of your mind, do you think that you're Tom Cruise, you know? Do you think that that this shit is important to anybody else?
And then acts like she doesn't want people to read it.
Yeah, when it gets exposed, she's like, why would you do that?
Here's Bill. Bill, you're on the Ron and Fez show. Let me try you, buddy.
Hello?
Yes, how are you, sir?
Hey, all right. I just think it's really all relative. You know, about a couple hundred years ago, not too long ago, you had people getting hung in the streets, and it was like a day out with the family. You know, hey, let's watch the public hanging. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree with you. I really think it's more about human nature than it is any kind of modern times. You know what I mean? I really do think it has to do more with any human being can't be shocked twice. It cannot go on. So you got to up it a little bit. And I think back in ancient Rome, they went, you know, we already had lions eat the Christians. Now we're going to have to light the Christians on fire and let the lions eat it, or else this place is going to be 3/4 full. You know, you always got to up it a little bit. Here's Tyler. Tyler, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, buddies.
Yeah.
What do y'all, back to the other subject, what do y'all think about all these parents that don't want to deal with their kids, don't want to punish them, instead they just drug them all up on Ritalin and all that other crap?
Well, all right, let's go back to what isn't shocking. Going to a psychiatrist was considered very, very shocking. Saying I have mental problems and I have to take drugs to fix them would have been shocking even probably as late as the 70s and 80s. Today, everyone I know is not only on some drug, but having to go back because whatever needs to be done is a little out of whack right now. And nobody is shocked by it anymore.
But a kid sees a dead dog on the side of the road, and the parents have to take him to a psychiatrist for 5 years, and then spend $9,000 on drugs to think they can cure him. But all right, buddies, we'll
it was very interesting. Yesterday, Fezzy, you and Dave were talking about what could be done to make funerals better. I forgot how that came up.
Oh, yeah, what could be done to make funerals more fun? Where it's like, so that it's not such a mournful, sad experience.
And what is wrong when you lose someone in your family to have that as a mournful, sad experience? If that is not the time to be mournful and sad, then I don't know when it would fucking be. And people are like, I don't know. And I do know people, I swear to God, who like lost their mom, their fucking therapist puts them on drugs, and they're going, I don't know, I'm still sad. And you have to say, your fucking mom died to the people. Because it's not fun at the funeral. What is wrong by going, I feel like the world has split in two, someone I love is gone?
Well, we're fed that everyone has to be happy all the time.
Yeah.
And being sad is wrong, which is
I
creepy.
do not understand why you want to skip some of the fucking emotions. It doesn't make sense to me. Dave, you had a couple ideas for these fun funerals that you and Fezzy were kicking around.
Well, yeah, I think it's very depressing to
go to a funeral. It's unbelievably depressing.
But Mr. B, it's too sad. And why do we have to have the coffin set out in front of us with the corpse? It's
to look at that person's body and say they are gone now.
But that's not how we remember them. That doesn't, they're just lifeless, and they've taken all the spirit out of them. So that...
Yes, their life has left that person. And I'm not saying it is good, bad, whatever. But when you go to a funeral and you're seeing a fun movie that looks like a bio thing... you're acting like it's okay now. You want to feel like it's okay that that person is gone. And the reality of it is you ain't going to see him again, brother. You are not going to see them again. Let me go to John. John from Kansas City. How are you, buddy? John, go ahead. You're on the Ron and Fez show.
Yeah, hi. Good morning, boys.
Yeah.
I'm 61 years old, and I remember the day Kennedy got killed, for example, and what an outcry and how the entire country was shocked almost to a standstill. Now, the same thing today could not happen if, for example, something happened to our current president. In fact, today, I think probably people just go, oh, well.
I don't, we always go back to that. That's when we lost our innocence or whatever had to do with Kennedy. I mean, to go back to this thing that Dave brought up about not wanting to see things, that's why we were protected from seeing the coffins come back from Iraq. We were protected. I'm throwing up the sheepy air quotes there, because we don't want to see death as the reality. We want to believe that everything is a fun movie, and let's celebrate the life rather than looking at the fragileness that life is.
But it's so sad.
Yes.
I don't want to be.
I'll tell John. I can barely hear you. Yes, it is sad, and I know you don't want to be sad. And I'm not saying be sad all the time. But when your parents die, I don't think you have to go out of your way to go, what's good about this? What could really turn this into a fun day? I know, we all go to Chili's. We all have a great day at Chili's.
My dad does happen to like Chili's, though. I think, in a weird way, that's remembering them the way they were. It's giving them...
I believe you will remember them in all different aspects of their life. And one of the ways that you have to remember them on some level is gone. And you have to fucking say to yourself, all these great experiences are gone. I'm going to work through it and get back to saying that. But you just can't jump from it happened into healed. That's what I'm saying. You're not letting the human emotions take place. You're putting up a fake front, and then you're throwing pills into your body so that you no longer fucking deal with it. And people are like, well, you take a pill and you'll be, I was able to deal with it. You could take enough fucking pills, this goddamn room could be on fire and we could just still keep sitting here. Yeah. That doesn't make it a fucking good thing. At some point, you might want to think, the room's on fire, I want to get out.
See, the funeral is gonna be sad. There's no way around that. But it seems like the ceremony of the funeral...
Disagree. I have been to fun funerals. I have seen them. I go back to the ceremony of the funeral.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, tell me what you're talking about.
Well, I'm saying where there's like sad hymns being played. It's very somber. Everyone's dressed in black.
Yeah.
It's a fucking ritual that has lasted for a long time. I'm not saying you have to do it, but you can understand. Black means the color has been taken out of my life. Those hymns that you hear are ancient fucking songs that were passed down generation to fucking generation. It used to mean something. I mean, you would take those old Italian women and they would wear black for the rest of their lives when their man died. And because that was their fucking commitment. When he was gone, doesn't fucking matter. Color is gone.
And that's not a way to live. My landlady is one of those people. She was Greek, not Italian, but she wears black and she's a miserable person. Why do we have to wear black?
And I'm saying I see a lot of people wearing color that are fucking miserable people that are on fucking dope and acting like everything is okay. At least she's living in her fucking reality. The one that she fucking picked. You guys want a happy fucking funeral like nothing ever happened. And it's not always for the fucking deceased. It's for the, what used to be called mourners, is now people going, I don't believe I got to go over to this funeral. Earl, I know your people, right?
Yeah.
When there's a funeral, there's always a large black woman who throws herself on top of the casket and holds on tight and yells, Jesus, take me with him. Jesus, take me with him.
That's every single time. My grandfather's funeral, my aunt went absolutely crazy. She took care of him the last 15 years of his life. I would have thought she was the one person that can finally have some closure to it. She lost her mind. Even though the funeral I hate to say a great funeral. It was a celebration of a life. It wasn't morose. Were people crying? Were people sad? Yeah, but it became a celebration because we celebrated the life. It was
well,
closure.
Afterwards, don't you guys always have that big dancing thing on the way back? The Dixieland, you suddenly go Dixieland on everybody?
No, that's how I want my funeral to be. I want a New Orleans funeral. Yeah. Because to me, that's how you go out. It's, start sad.
By New Orleans funeral, now they think you meet Katrina. Here's Jim. Jim, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, what's up, buddies?
Yeah.
Hey, I just wanted to say, an Irish wake. That's about as fun as you get.
Well, the early funerals I remember, there was all the things that you're talking about. Was the rosary, the sadness went on, everyone in black. But at some point, one of my uncles would look at me and say, try and get my sister's husband outside. I'm going to kill that bastard. I'm going to kill him. And that would, when there would always be a fight, and that was a great release. And it was something that I could fucking depend upon, that I cannot wait to get to the funeral and find out what grudges will be settled that day. It was a way of blowing things off.
And with the Irish thing, I always thought it was more of an age thing. Like if the person was maybe 60 or under, it was a lot more serious. And, it was too serious. Whereas when the person's about 65, 70 and over, then it's more fun.
I don't know why you need fun. I don't know where the enjoyment factor needs to come in.
Because it's
again, I don't know. Let's say, you were saying, whatever life is, blah, blah, blah. You go home, you lose Casey. Oh, you want to make that a great fucking day? You want us all you want us doing jokes about it and showing up and having a good time?
I would say if I came home and Jesus, God forbid, she was dead,
right.
Like an overdose or something happened.
All right, she takes too many pills.
Right.
All right.
Not,
That's a worry?
No.
Right now?
That's in the realm of reality.
You want me to have Deb run over there right now as we sit?
I don't.
Yeah.
And I come home, she's blue, she's gone.
Yeah.
I'm going to be extremely upset, disturbed, and so sad I might even, do something badly. But when I plan the funeral, see, I think Casey, rather than people, wearing black, might like, people dressed up in costumes or like have people dressed up as animals.
Well, animals.
Because she's
so she's going to have an animal funeral.
That's what I'm going to ask for because she loves cats and dogs.
You know what? This is you being shocking.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
So you want us all to dress in animal fucking things?
For real? Why should you dress in black and not have a costume party? Fuck the animals. How about a regular costume party?
I'm coming dressed as a fucking bear, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to come as dancing bear, and I am now hoping she dies so I can embarrass you in front of your family.
Don't hope she dies.
And when
She's my
Casey's
wife.
dad says to me, "What are you doing in a bear costume?" I'll say Dave said me, and I'll fucking hand him the CD. And I go, he said it was going to be a funny animal costume party.
But that's, I think...
And I'm not, and I'm going to be a pallbearer.
I think that's... To me, that's more befitting of her personality. No, but for seriously,
please let her overdose.
Casey's not the person who... Don't say that!
Well, you brought it up.
She's not the type of person who would want people walking around, heads down, looking at their shoes.
I hope it's not warm out when she goes.
You know what? If, God forbid, anything happens to Casey, I will say, Jonathan, you put it together so this
No.
thing doesn't turn into a mockery march of the fucking animals.
No.
Not going to do it.
I'm her husband. I'll take care of that. And I would want the same thing in mind.
First of all, you should be flopping on the fucking floor. You should be fucking consolable if your chick dies. Not like, how can I turn this into a great social event?
I know, but I think that would be the time where I would really step up as a man, and I would want that responsibility.
To be the fucking party planner. That's a man to you.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be in charge of getting the food. We'll have subs.
Yeah. All right, let's just say my chick died, and you ask me, like, what kind of food we're going to be having, and I'll play the part as if this actually happened.
Okay. Mr. B, what kind of food will be...
How the fuck do I know? My chick is gone! I've got nothing to fucking live for! Give me that bottle! Give me that bottle! And that's how you act.
All right.
Not how can I turn this into a lovely day. You gotta lose your shit. Lose your fucking shit.
I know, but you didn't have to grab my neck. Like
I'm just playing a part.
It hurt.
I don't want this to turn into another goddamn thing for you to go, let's turn this into a bit for the radio.
I'm not.
And I was just sitting around talking about what the fuck is wrong with people. And you come in today and you show me everything that's wrong with people.
You may want to go the Theodore Roosevelt route when his first wife died. What he did, his wife and his mother both died on the same day, Valentine's Day.
Oh, thank you, Lord. What a great fucking Valentine's Day.
Yeah. So he has one daughter at this point, gives her up, sends her off to live with an aunt, and he just takes off for the Badlands. He leaves New York City and just goes to South Dakota to become a rancher and a marshal and whatever else for a few years.
I love it.
I mean...
And that's what a man does. He has to go to the ends of the earth to deal with his pain. Not put together animal costumes and subs. You want to fucking be fucking consolable and go like, you know what I've decided to do? I'm going to get the damn whale. And you go out on a fucking boat for years.
He signed his diary entry that day with a black X and just wrote, "The light has gone out of my life." And then, once he got back from the Badlands, after a few years, never spoke of the first wife again. No one was allowed to bring her up, and he never mentioned her name again. It was
because
just done.
The pain was too big, Fez.
Yeah.
If he heard her name again, it would fucking kill him.
Yeah.
I do not understand why people refuse to embrace that kind of pain. Where somebody could say to you, oh, it's been 5 months. Why are you still in pain? Because it fucking hurts. That's why. I'm not out to hurt anybody else. I'm fucking expressing pain. That's what I'm doing. Every day, I'm fucking expressing pain because it feels like my fucking chest is open and my heart spilled out. How can you not understand that? How do you not fucking get that? Here's Joe. Joe, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
What's up, guys?
Hey.
Well, I'm a funeral director, and I have a couple of funeral homes I own. A lot of the points you guys are making are right, but Dave, when someone dies, there's closure. They want to see their loved one in a casket in the funeral home for closure. It kind of depends on what they die from and how old they are. That's true. But, you know, if mom dies in a hospital of cancer, it's not going to be a party or, you know, it's going to be like mom is finally at rest because she had a long disease and, you know, she looks good in the casket. We like the way everything is set up. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it. I just don't necessarily agree with it.
You're saying about, like, if your, like, wife dies, or I'm going to have an animal party, whatever. You could plan any funeral you want. Anybody could plan a funeral. You could do whatever you want, but you got to do it the right and tasteful way. She has parents, and you don't want, like you know, Mr. B said, you don't want people showing up in costumes.
Making a fucking mockery out of this. You're in fucking pain right now. You want some respect.
There are customs out there for people. I'm not going to say what kind of people they are, but they have a party. They have food. They have beer. They celebrate outside the funeral home. and the loved one is inside. There are people that do that. They do make it a party, and they do make it a celebration of the person's life. Yes, but not with costumes and the way you want to do it.
Right.
You could do it other ways, and with the music, when someone comes up to my funeral home and they say they can do whatever they want. Hey, we want to bring these CDs. He liked 50 Cent. We put them on for the people. We're not just going to play piano music, dead music is what people call it. We do what the families want us to do. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
It's not like you're gonna like we said with the costumes and like that. You gotta think of it realistically. It depends what the age of the person dies from. If they die at an older age, it's not gonna be like a hysterical party, blah blah blah. But if someone dies younger, like a gunshot or suicide, then of course it's gonna be more crying and more of this and more of that. And your head's not gonna be there like with the food and you want to do it this way. You're gonna be like, I should let my parents take care of this right now because their mind is more set than I am. Do you understand?
Thank you very much, Joe.
You're welcome.
Talk to you later, brother. Here's April. April, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hello?
Yeah.
I lost my oldest child, and I can't imagine what Dave is saying about celebrating that at her funeral.
Mm-hmm.
It's the saddest day of your life. It's been 4 years, and I get tired of the people who say, I should be over it. And
right.
Yeah, I went on the drugs and the antidepressants, but you know what? You can't feel the pain, so you go off of them. How can you celebrate the death of a child?
See, here's the two things for a man, anyway. You never are supposed to bury your chick, and you're never supposed to bury your kids. Right. And when that happens, if you lose a child and you just cannot deal, what is wrong with mourning that child for the rest of your life? What is wrong with wearing black for the rest of your life?
Exactly. If Dave would have showed up at her funeral in a costume or
animal costume.
An animal costume?
Yeah, he'd come in there dressed as a kangaroo.
I would have tackled myself.
Good.
It is a sad day, and it'll be sad for the rest of my life. And my brother killing himself at 22, that's a sad day. I mean, you can't say, okay, anyone under 30, we're going to mourn, and anyone over 30 had a great life.
Right.
It doesn't work that way. That's it.
I don't care if I'm 90. I go first, I'm heading to the Badlands. I am not kidding you for a second. And if, Dave, you show up dressed as a koala bear, your ass is going down.
I agree.
If that wasn't your wishes, I wouldn't do it. I was talking about me and my wife.
I'm not coming to the funeral.
I'm being very singular here, okay? So let's not say that everyone should have an animal party. That's not what I said.
You said Casey's funeral should be...
I would think that's what she would want. And I'm not saying everyone... I'm saying...
So she hasn't even told you this. You're assuming.
All right.
Correct.
April, I'm sorry. You're still in a period of mourning, and then you have to hear a show like this.
Well, I love your show, and I love you guys. I think Dave needs to be slapped around occasionally.
I will do
thanks, boys, I'm gone.
Bye-bye. Well, that was just a call for a woman to lose a child and then have to hear. Why not have, like, some kind of everyone dress up as animals? Casey says, if Dave died, I would stuff him like a puppet and give him the hosp. I'd love to see hosp get more popular. It just doesn't seem to matter. And I found out why he's not bringing his food back. Remember the great food?
Uh-huh.
Somebody gave him a hard time that day.
Who was that?
Fez Marie Watley. And I forgot all about that.
What did I do?
What was the problem there that he went after hosp? Something happened.
I remember. He took a shot at me, and I said, I'm not eating your stinking sandwiches.
Right.
That's what it was.
And he brought the best sandwiches down from the Bronx. What was the street was that?
Arthur Avenue.
God damn, those sandwiches were great. I'm still thinking about them a full year later. But Watley having to call someone a stinking sandwich has kept it from happening again.
No one ever accepts an apology.
You don't realize how much you hurt people. Speaking of which, have you gotten back to our other friend who you hurt not too long ago by saying you used to hate?
Winnie Cooper.
Mm-hmm.
No, I haven't. I thought I explained myself as best I possibly could. I asked for her forgiveness. She said it's in her court, so I don't know what to do beyond that. People just don't accept apologies.
How about just do something nice?
It's too late.
I could take it back and say I've always liked her, but I don't think she would buy it at this point.
Why don't you put on an animal costume?
I don't think me dressing as a panda is going to help at this point. It seems too far gone.
Mike, you're on Ron and Fez.
I got a spy report, fellas.
Good, spy report.
Spy report. Spy report.
Not a big surprise, but HBO canceled John from Cincinnati.
I'm going to the fucking Badlands.
No, don't go to the Badlands. Come back from the Badlands.
Ron and Fez, XM 202.
Here they come, prancing down the street. They get the funniest looks from all the chicks they meet. It's sexual monkeys, you know they're not cranking their bone. They're not out banging women, they just want to be alone. They sit home alone, you know they've never been blown. They can't look at a hot chick or even touch her own dicks. And sexual monkeys, you know they're not fucking around. They're not out begging women just to stay home safe and sound. We're not saying they like men, stay with them night and day. Never been with a woman, they still think that they're not gay. And sexual monkeys, you know they're not cranking their bone. They're not out banging women, just want to be alone. And sexual monkeys, you know they're not fucking around. They're not out banging women, just to stay home safe and sound. Safe and sound. Ba-da-ba. All alone.
Yeah, buddies, it's the Ron and Fez show. It's an opportunity now to sit back, eat your cheese sandwich and tapioca, and just enjoy the rest of the show. We're going to be down in D.C. this weekend now. There's already booked up the Ron and Fez show that day. We're bringing listeners in. You can come on and see us this Friday, but that's already all booked up. I believe you can still get a couple of tickets for Jimmy Norton, or later on Saturday for Bob Saget, the Unmasked interviews I'm going to do with him. What's the, how do we get those tickets, Fez?
That's ronfezshow@gmail.com.
I'm not sure if that's it or it's running right through XM. Is it running right through XM, Earl?
You can do that email address that Fez just gave it, Ron Fez.
So we can still do the Lily email address?
Yes, we can.
All right, so just put up there, and I'm not sure how many we can get. I know the Norton is just about gone. But your chance to see me interview Jimmy Norton or Bob Saget, it's
ronfezshow@gmail.com.
ronfezshow@gmail.com. Send out that email and get a chance to come out there. I think it's going to be too good unmasked. I'm looking forward to it. Fezzy, let me go over and grab Pitsy for Pitsy. What time did I give you a call last night? What time did I call you?
1:45 in the morning.
1:45 in the morning, Fez. Then I also called Tom Z from Cigar Magazine. 1:46 in the morning.
What?
Crazy Phone.
Oh, okay.
Crazy Phone is making calls by itself. I have done my phone. It keeps calling people. Now, this happens to you also, right?
Yeah, it happened to me Saturday night.
Before, it was making like a pants call where I would be walking down the street and I guess a button would hit. Now it just seems to be bored in the middle of the night, making calls on its own.
Yeah, now mine will call the last person that I talk to. Yours, for some reason, is making random phone calls.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure how it's doing it, but it's making phone calls.
And it's scary when you see somebody call that you don't normally talk to on a regular basis. But since you don't call me late at night, I thought something happened to Fez. I didn't know what happened, you know?
I would not call you 1:46 in the morning if my dick was on fire. I would not do that.
Yeah, and then you said something happens to Fez. That's what my phone called my sister last Saturday at about 1:15, and she's screaming for me. I'm not answering because I don't know the phone in my pants called, and she thinks I'm on the ground having a heart attack.
Were you?
No, I wasn't.
What about a phone clip? If you keep it in the clip, will it not dial on its own?
Do I want to be the kind of guy walking around with a phone clip on? Like a fucking maroon? I'd rather... You know, I was like a guy who didn't want a phone. And I wasn't even carrying a phone even like a couple years ago. And now I just fucking, I'm texting, I'm calling. It's an annoyance of,
And you
life.
made the step down from a BlackBerry to a phone, too.
I fucking hated the BlackBerry, though.
Yeah.
That BlackBerry was dog shit. And I literally threw it against the wall.
Yet I can't seem to stay off my BlackBerry.
I just could not fucking get into it. At least with a phone. I don't like something that's a phone and something else. I wouldn't mind having some kind of internet, a little internet device in addition to the phone. I don't want it all in one. It's too annoying to me.
What about upgrading so it doesn't call on its own?
I'm going to do that. I'm going to fucking have to go out of my way now and go where I fucking hate to go in the world, the phone store.
You know you're always going to have problems there. You know, like you go to some places you know you're going to have a problem.
That's true.
They act like nothing could be fucking taken care of.
That and the cable, like when you call the cable company, if there's a problem with your cable,
Yeah.
you're going to be on hold and talk to fucking 20 different people, and your problem isn't going to get resolved.
The problem with the fucking phone thing, they try to make you feel like you're still using this ancient thing. Ancient? I got it from you, motherfucker. If anything is wrong with this phone, it's because your company is shit. And here's another thing. My self-worth is not tied into how fucking slick my phone looks. So I'm not going to feel better or worse about myself dealing with whether my phone can glow in the dark or not.
And I went to the store actually to get an upgrade, and I had my Bluetooth, and the guy laughed at me. He's like, "You know how old this is?" I'm like, "Dude, I don't fucking have money to just piss away on a little earpiece. Why? I don't even drive.
Why are you fucking even feeling like you have to answer him like this? I'll say right away, well, I fucking make more money than you do, phone guy.
It's true.
Let's fucking deal with that. You work in a fucking phone store. What's the difference between working in a phone store and a 7-Eleven? People come in, you ring things up, and then they leave. And so don't act like you're fucking cool because you're selling a fancy fucking phone.
And they always act like it's a problem to do everything. Like if I want to switch phones, put the numbers in, all you do is take the SIM card out and put it into another phone.
Right.
They act like it's fucking brain surgery.
So here's the other fucking problem, too. Whatever you get in life, whatever new gimmick gadget comes out, you can't live without it after that. It's not like you prefer not to live. I cannot live without it once I've had it. I'll never be able to live out with some kind of TiVo. Now that I have to have it forever. Same with the computer. You get a laptop, you have to have a fucking laptop.
If you end up like in a hotel or someone else's house or something that doesn't have a TiVo, you will get a TiVo motion. You're like, all right, I want to rewind that and look at it again, and you'll go to actually do it and realize this TV has no TiVo.
I try to fucking replay real life. I can't believe a lot of times I can't go back, slow it down.
But then you're buying a TiVo and then a week later, the new TiVo comes out. You know, like you're screwed. Like I got a TiVo and then the HD TiVo came out.
You're right.
So you're like, you have to catch up, and that's where all your money's going.
I know. It's pissing me off right now. My TV at home is not flat enough. It's a fucking big screen, but I look how wide it is, and it just fucking depresses me.
That's like satellite dishes. Remember the old satellite dishes that you have to put on your front lawn that you had to like position? and then they shrunk to this one, and now they barely even the satellite dish is so small you can't even see it on your house.
You're gonna have to put a satellite dish in your eye somewhere. And I did. I had a fucking dish before. And I had all the fucking football games, and all the basketball, all the baseball. And now I'm in an apartment where you can't have a dish, right? Mm-hmm. Because I don't know, I guess it looks bad to be hanging out the window. And my life is fucking awful. On Sundays, I'm forced to leave my house to see all the ball games. It's a fucking ridiculous way to live.
But how come in the ghetto you always see millions of dishes on top of one building?
Because they don't give a shit. It's the building. My building, for whatever reason, feels like we don't want to do this. Who knows? The guy's probably getting a fucking kickback from the cable company.
Yeah, they do rip you off, though.
Life rips you off. But to go back to it, you cannot take a step back. That's the problem in life. And I really don't want to be defined by my possessions. I don't fucking feel like I need to have the best kicks in the world. I don't want to do that. But it's very hard to get any kind of technology. I mean, obviously people lived hundreds of thousands of years without air conditioner. But the first time a guy got an air conditioner, he had to have it every fucking summer from that point on. He couldn't go backwards.
I can't even go in my mom's room because she doesn't have an air conditioner because it's so disgusting.
I couldn't live like that.
Her sheets are all wet in the morning when she wakes up.
What are you doing, laying next to her, you sick prick? What are you doing?
Well,
here's what you should do. Next time you go in a room, stab her to death because you can't stand and see her live that way.
And my air conditioner sucks so bad that when Toothpick comes over, she sucks the air out, so it doesn't even have enough air for two people.
Now you're calling your fiance Toothpick Vic. Toothpick Vic, how are you? Well, how is she doing? Because she's not
good.
Always happy.
No, she's rarely
still,
happy.
Jealous of HTJ?
No, she moved on from all that other stuff.
Who's she jealous of now?
I think Dave, actually, because I've been spending a lot more time with Dave.
Who are you working online now, though? You always have some kind of online romance going.
You know what? I moved on. There were some people I hit.
Bullshit. Danielle, Mr. B. Ask him to give you a picture of Danielle. I saw him surfing her site yesterday.
Who's Danielle?
On which site, Dave?
MySpace. I caught you.
Okay, I'll go get a picture.
All right. This is a girl you met online?
Yeah, an old friend.
Old friends. Old friends. Old friends. HTG just wrote, wait, fiance? Remember how in love with her he was?
Oh, yeah. The night of 1,000 Texas.
I honestly thought at that point that he was air quotes. I didn't know who air quotes was. The mystery man. And I thought it was Pitsy. Poor Pitsy seems like he's an unhappy kid, though, doesn't he?
He really does. There always seems to be something going on or bothering him, or at least nothing's easy with him.
Yeah.
Let me put it that way. He doesn't get through a day very easily.
The happiest I saw Pitsy was, ironically, when he was moving boxes and my own furniture 4 stories up into my new apartment. He was really at home, just getting the hands dirty and being like an everyday Joe.
You know what? But there's almost no such thing as an everyday Joe. You know, like, how many guys you think would be happier working blue-collar jobs, but you don't because of the life that you live now? You got to work in some kind of bad marketing or mineral management job to make better money. But I think most men would be more happy to live and work in a job that was more physical than these fake mental jobs. I mean, you know, I had an uncle. Actually, all my uncles were like, you know, blue-collar guys. But one of them built a bridge that we used to go over all the time. A big major bridge over a canal in Chesapeake City. I would look at that bridge every single time and think about my uncle. I used to say he built the bridge. It was an amazing thing for a kid to look up and say, what a thing for your uncle to be able to do. Now, you say, guys, what did you do? Oh, I did this marketing thing. It's showing up right now in all the different... you'll see this in every 7-Eleven, and it comes along with it. And that's what men work on now. It's almost like it's fucking children's work. Why can't we go back to building shit again?
And I always thought real men were sweaty. Like, I loved coming home sweaty from work because you actually feel like you accomplished something.
Well, you would come home. In my neighborhood, you would go, whoever house you go and knock for your buddy to come out, right? it would always be their dad's fucking work boots. His steel-tip work boots would be all muddy sitting next to the door because he could never wear his fucking shoes inside. Now, you know what you call people who do that kind of labor? Mexicans. They've turned it into a low-paying job. You have to come here from another country, and that's what you're doing.
I'd love to be a golf club landscaper. I think that's artistic in a way, and you get to, mold the whole landscape the way you want to.
Why wouldn't you go into that field then? You can go into landscaping.
Right.
It is a fabulous thing. You come up in front of a hotel. Oh, my God, it's beautiful.
Yeah, you get to walk around. You're outside. I don't know. It's my fallback if I ever...
But maybe it's something you should be doing.
I'd prefer to do this, but if I had to have one of those jobs, that certainly would be right there.
All right, this is sent to me by Dad. Blue-collar men are much sexier than office boys. I'm going to agree 100%. That's because you're fucking out, you're working, and I'm guaranteeing you, guys are happier doing that. What would you rather be doing? Digging an enormous fucking hole or sitting there making 15 phone calls an hour and getting hung up on or fucking dealt with?
Well, at least you can be done with your day at that point. After you dug the enormous hole, I dug the hole, and I accomplished that, and I go home, and I'm done thinking about it for the day. Your day ends. Whereas an office job, you got this coming up the next day, you got a report or something you're working on. There's always something in your head.
I'm gonna disagree here. I think if you're building a gigantic building or you're fucking digging a canal, I would be 10 times more into that than I would be I got a sales report. I would be thinking about it all the time. Could you imagine if you were one of the fucking guys that dug the Erie Canal? I would be so fucking proud of that. But who's going to be proud that you fucking moved more goddamn cars in the last quarter than, you know what I mean? I found myself on the fucking top 10%. That's no kind of living.
It could be also something sort of primal, because when you're a child, you play in sandboxes a lot and everything. So as an adult, you wouldn't mind working in dirt. Digging a hole really would sound like heaven.
I remember when I was a kid, I was obsessed with lumber yards. I always thought, oh, God, I would love to work in a lumber yard. It smells good. You're fucking cutting lumber. You're putting it in trucks. I just thought it was fantastic. Years later, I'm going, what am I going to do in a lumber yard? Jesus Christ. It's hot. It's cold. You're fucking getting paid per hour. I need to work this gimmick a little better. Time to, work the carnivals. I know the Steele County Fair is coming up this weekend, everybody. Spin and win, whatever it stops on's what you get, bear dog every time. Hey, Jason, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
2643, brothers.
Yeah, bro.
Hoo-ah! Yeah, I miss Bright Eye Indy Fez. I left a cushy accounting gig to drive a truck.
And why did you do that, Jason?
I was sitting in the same office, staring at the same 4 people, and I wanted to kill myself.
Yeah.
I wanted to drive a truck ever since I was 4 years old, and now I drive a truck, deliver construction equipment, and I'm happy.
You're loving it. Why should a man be stuck inside? He should be outside.
Amen, brother.
And you know what? I mean, the fucking job should, obviously you do everything for a fucking reason, for, your family security. But if you could do what you really wanted to do, and, you talk about, you're physically involved in your work. It's not that you're not thinking. It's not like you're carrying sacks of fucking potatoes. You're fucking building things.
I think demolition would be the coolest job ever because you just get to break shit all day for months on end. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing but breaking things. And when you were growing up, all you wanted to do was break windows or puncture tires or do something stupid.
That's what I did.
So you get to keep going with it.
I know when I walk around the city that I live in, I look at these buildings all the time. And I will fucking take time and I'll think about the people who worked on them, think about the people who designed them. And then I'll see some new piece of glass shit right next to it that everybody acts like is fantastic. And, a guy says to me the other day, oh, you would love Toronto. It's all glass. I go, I don't want an all glass city. I want some fucking marble. I want Italian guys 15 fucking floors off the ground putting up a giant gargoyle because somehow it fucking makes sense to them. I wish that we could go back and build things like that. Really, really. And I'm not talking about it has to be tall. I'm not impressed with that. It's got to be fucking strong, though. It's got to have some class about it. Matt, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Yeah, you and Fezzy both hit the nail on the head. I'm a white-collar sales rep at a lumber yard, and, I'm working with the guys out in the field, and they have no stress on them. I mean, they obviously make mistakes, but all their shit is on me.
Yeah.
So, at the end of the day, they can clock out while I'm sitting there figuring what they're going to be doing tomorrow, making sure the materials get there. So, basically, being able to be done with work at the end of the day is really what I would love.
Just to be able to say what Fez says, you come home and that day's behind you. You're not acting like I'm going to get fucked with tomorrow. All right, here's Clint. Clint, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, guys, how's it going?
Yeah.
I'm a farmer here in Saskatchewan. I'm a young guy, university degree, and I decided to do this, and people, wonder what I'm doing like I'm crazy, but I love it every day. Get to go out and grow crops, work with big equipment, and then in my off time I'm fixing stuff. It's the best thing in the world.
So everybody says, look, you went and got a degree. What are you doing? You should be, trying to work your way up through the stupid corporate world.
Yeah, and that's the way people talk. But I answer to myself. It's a little financially, it's a little higher risk lifestyle, but every day I love what I'm doing. And then if I don't take a lot of vacation time, and people think that's crazy too. But I'm like, well, I enjoy every day. So if I'm not getting a lot of time off, it's not a big deal.
I dig it, my man. I dig it. My brother was in the Coast Guard 20 years or whatever. He fucking loved it. Loved it. You know what their motto is? What they used to say to each other? You gotta go out, but you don't have to come back. You're fucking, they would say, you're fucking, no matter what those seas are, you're fucking going out. Now, you spend a day, you have to jump in through crashing seas, going out 25 fucking miles to fucking tow some family back in that don't know what they're doing. And you fucking make it back. You're not gonna feel great about yourself? You're not gonna be like, that was an amazing experience?
No, you were gonna say, I'm living life.
Living life.
That's what you're going to say.
Instead of moping through, planning a stupid animal funeral for somebody, you're not going to have crazy ideas like that.
All right. That's not a job, though.
Yeah. But you know what I'm saying.
Not really. We were talking about...
I guarantee you none of those guys are going to be planning an animal funeral.
Well, they're missing out. I was talking more...
I want to see you make it as a landscaper.
Really?
That's my dream for you now.
Yeah, I really would like to do it.
Your problem is skin.
Yeah, going outside. I can wear a giant hat, though. A cowboy hat, a sombrero, maybe.
Maybe some Sunblock 3000.
Why don't you be a beekeeper?
I don't want to do... I never understood what a beekeeper even does.
He keeps bees.
You put them in the box, your day's over. It sounds like it would...
No, you've got to take those things of honey out and stock them. You got to, move the honey out, move the new things in so they're constantly making more honey.
Who's paying you?
People who want honey. Oh. There's a fucking huge honey industry out there.
There is?
Yeah.
Right, it just always seemed like a weird profession. I never understood how...
Honey goes in all different kinds of foods.
I know that goes into graham crackers, but I'm not a big honey fan. Not a big honey fan at all.
You don't have to fucking like it. You don't eat grass, yet you wanted to be a landscaper.
And
you don't play golf.
I
was saying be a beekeeper so you can cover up your skin.
Yeah. Got the hives today.
Greg, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, boys. Hey, Dave, I work on a grounds crew at a golf course, and we got about 12 guys on the crew, anywhere from college guys up through 60-plus-year-olds. And it's actually a blast, Dave. We get in early, we get the shit done, and then we go to lunch, and there's always something to laugh about. It's pretty funny when you're hearing a 60-year-old guy talking about pussy. There's always the socks to talk about. There's shit it's fun. Every day is different. There's always shit to laugh about.
You're outside. You're working with the earth. You're working with the earth.
You see the sunrise every day, Ron, and sometimes it's raining and you pull the rain gear on and you're on the mowers and it's like, whatever, man. We're going for it. It's fun.
I'd love to do it.
All right.
You would like.
You know what? No, you never. No, you're not getting any call from cubicle guys. Oh, I love my job. I'm telling you right now, if you fucking find yourself in a cubicle, you might as well have just fucking say I give up. The two things in life you don't want to do: work in a cubicle, wear a name tag. Two things that do not bring happiness.
I can second that. I was a telemarketer for 2 days. 2 days was my job, and I said I'm going to shoot this whole place up if I don't leave. And I got out and started to deliver flowers and was very happy.
Hey Doc, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Ronnie B, how are you, brother?
Good.
Hey, I'm a surgeon over here, over by Omaha. And I own a small trucking company. My days off, brother, I'm trucking. I love it. It's such a great release to get out from underneath the lights and do your own thing. You know, it makes you feel good. You know.
So you went out and got yourself a trucking company just so you could get out there and drive a rig.
Yeah, I haul steel. We haul a lot of steel for bridges and buildings around Omaha, Council Bluffs, Des Moines, Chicago, and Chicago. And I go by them buildings. Hey, you know what? I brought 90% of that steel to that building, and you know, it makes you feel good. It does. There's no doubt about it.
I like the attitude, Doc. I mean, this guy's a surgeon, Fez. He'd rather be delivering steel.
Yeah. There, where I live on Roosevelt Island, there's this old farmhouse there. It's probably like 150 years old. The thing was falling apart. There's a crew working on it, restoring it. And I thought, how cool is that job where by the time they're done, you've really brought this thing back to life?
Why don't you do this? Why don't you walk down and say, I want to help you. I'm going to do it for free. I have 21 hours a day off. I like to just be involved.
I could probably do that, yeah.
What do you use the word probably for?
Well, I don't know what kind of, how skilled you have to be to help out.
To fucking haul brick? I'm sure they'd be glad to have some guy. I'm not saying you got to climb up on the roof and start doing work. I'm saying you could do whatever. So you felt like you're part of it.
I'm going to do that.
You won't. I'm going to tell you right now.
Someone's following with the camera.
You are not going to do it. Here's Ray. Ray, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
What can we do for you, brother?
Yeah, I'm a house builder outside of Philly in Montgomeryville, and I like my job so much that even after work, I go like volunteer at Habitat for Humanity and all, and I work on the weekends building houses for free because I just like being outside.
And it's just fun for you.
Yeah, it's a blast. I mean, you drive through the development when it's done, and you see all the people with their families and stuff.
What is your skill when you show up? What is the thing that you do best?
Flooring, hardwood, carpet, and all. But I'm doing a little bit of everything. You know what I mean?
And you dig it all. It's all fun.
I wouldn't. I've worked in an office and I hated it. I had to get outside.
All right, my brother.
All right, have a good day.
Peace out.
That's great stuff.
I think we're on to something here.
That's great stuff.
This whole white collar thing has got to stop. Earl, why don't you join Fez over there at the Roosevelt Island Restoration Project?
Come with me, Earl.
No, I would love to do it.
And why don't we do this, Earl? You ask them to build you a house like Habitat for... Just say, I'm trying to get around Jimmy Carter and do this myself. I want you to build me a house.
I'm sure Earl's eligible.
Yeah, sure he is.
Just right next door to the farmhouse that's being restored.
Well, my dad actually joined in for a little Jimmy Carter Houses of Humanity.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a 67-year-old guy, but he knows how to nail some
Right, I'm going to bring this up. You know what? This has never been brought up on the air. Your father.
Mm-hmm.
And someone said to me they were out to dinner. It was the post-wedding dinner. And that your dad was an incredibly interesting man, incredibly bright, that has done all these things in his life, brings up the Habitat for Humanity. Whatever he was saying, Dave and his brothers would be like, Dad, please. You want to stop going on about that? And I was told that everything this guy said was fascinating. Yet the annoying sons, the McDonald boys, acted like everything out of his mouth was a fucking embarrassment.
Well, I guess maybe that's because when you're used to the same stories... yeah, I mean, I know he went to Africa with the Peace Corps and saw lions. Okay,
Who does
we
not
did.
want to fucking hear that story?
I want to hear that one.
Oh, I went to the Great Wall of China again. You know, it's like, all right, we get it. You're better than us, Pops.
He is better than
He'll make more money than us.
That was his goal, to make sure the next generation did worse.
I disagree. I think the disappointment in his life just keeps him up at night. I bet he is just thinking redhead after redhead after redhead, and they keep getting worse, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So they finally got to you, and you were a major disappointment, right?
Oh God, yes, by far. I mean,
well, your mom wanted a daughter.
Yes, she wanted a daughter so much that she would take her children's clothes from like the late fucking 40s. She was born in 1941. She would take her clothes from the late 40s and dress me up in them when I was about 8 or 9 years old and put lipstick on me and put her own and my grandmother's jewelry on me. She would dress me up.
You must have looked like one of those redheaded Walton's girls.
It was horrifying. It was absolutely the most humiliating thing. My brothers would make fun of me, but sometimes my mom would take me out on the lawn and like show me off to the neighbors. But inevitably, my schoolmates would see me, and it was just creepy wearing girls'
Did
clothing.
she take any pictures
from the late 40s? I thought there was 1 or 2 photos in that
If you can find it, please do. I want to see you as the baby tranny.
All right.
How old were you?
I think there's 1. 8 or 9.
Now, why would you let your mom put makeup on you at 8 or 9? I mean, I would have been coming after like a buzzsaw. It just couldn't happen.
I don't know. I didn't know how to, defend her. She was a lot bigger than me, and she said, you just gotta put the clothes on.
Why would you let anyone dress you up as a girl? I cannot imagine any boy doing that.
Well,
you must have liked it in some sense.
I don't know if I liked it. I mean,
did she make you tuck your little dick back? No. Did she tie it back? You just laugh like a girl, just so you know it.
Sorry.
You swear to God this is true?
Yes, I swear to God this is true.
Your mom would dress you up as a girl,
except for the dick
and
tucking.
put makeup on you.
Yes,
and then take you for the neighbors to see.
Yeah, she would put me on the porch, is what I'm saying, and say, hey, let's take a nice little weekend stroll, and she would pretend I was her daughter, and then. What I'm saying is, inevitably, the neighbors would be walking outside, schoolmates would be riding their bikes around.
Were people offended and like, what has happened here?
No, they would just laugh. If there were kids, they would laugh and point at me.
What would your mom say? Don't laugh at my beautiful daughter?
She would call me her pretty Ruby baby. Is something that he did, because we also had an Aunt Ruby, and that my mom was very close to, so she would try and make me look like her.
So your girl name is Ruby?
Yeah, that's what she used to call me. And she always wanted a daughter because I have 3 older brothers.
Ruby Red.
Did she miscarry or something? I mean, when did she go so insane?
Nah, she really wanted a daughter badly. We've only had female dogs. We have this one guest room that's pink because she's like, well, if I can't have any daughters, I'm going to make our only spare room a girl's room.
For Ruby, baby Ruby.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is why you didn't become a landscaper. You are a girl.
My mother used to dress me and my sister up as twins because she was so tiny as a kid. She's 4 years older than me, but we were about the same size. Mm-hmm. So we would get dressed in twin sailor suits. Like we're like some sort of, stage act or something.
Oh, I saw that picture of you. You played Ensign Pulver.
That's a different sailor suit I was in.
Did you wear like a little sailor hat and the whole kerchief and everything?
Oh, yeah, it had like the bib in the back and stuff and the...
Yeah, well, there's nothing feminine about a sailor suit. Your problem is you're dressing like your sister.
Yeah, the fact that we were dressed as a couple constantly.
You think that's why you can't be with a woman?
No, I don't think that's why.
Why then?
I don't know. Working on it with a life coach.
Now? I mean, after all this time?
Better late than never.
But at some point, did you say to you, hey, what have I done? Or what haven't I done?
No, I never had a hey moment.
Really?
Well, no, I shouldn't say that.
When was your hey moment?
My hey moment was probably a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. When it's like, hey, I just like being alone. Hey, this is odd. There's no other person in my life. Yeah. So, yeah, I've had hey moments.
Yeah, you screamed at me. I've never had a hey moment. I don't think you think things out.
Not always.
I don't think you like thinking over there.
That's where the life coach comes in.
Life coach, Fezzi, is a therapist. It's not a life coach. You're forced into psychiatry and therapy, and this is the last ditch. I hope it works. Hey, Jason, what can we do for you?
Hey, Ronnie, what's up? Hey, Fez.
Yeah.
I'm with you guys on the blue collar work. I used to be a mechanic, and now I'm an automotive instructor. All I want to fucking do is go back and twist wrenches. I felt good when I did it. I came home I feel like I accomplished something. And hell, I was the healthiest I'd ever been.
Isn't it funny, too, a lot of times, like, even when a guy is good at a job like that, we just try to move him up into management, and it really doesn't manage what you're fucking managing, because it all becomes the same kind. It's like being a school teacher for adults, you know?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Blows.
Yeah, it does. Thanks, guys. Take it
All
easy.
right, see you later. Just fucking blows.
It's not fair. He should be rewarded with maybe more money as a mechanic.
I agree. We put the money in the wrong fucking places all the goddamn time. All the time. But a lot of times it's like, oh, it's fun to be a fireman. It's enjoyable. You feel good about yourself. Well, fuck you. You get no money then. You know what I mean? Like, they know because guys will do it.
Yeah.
And that's why you're union.
Yeah, I mean, and just look at teachers.
Which just fucking, pisses Blowhard off. Unions? My Ronald Reagan got rid of unions. What was Ronald Reagan's fucking job? Union fucking chief at one time. Yeah, we're all gonna sit around and think good things about him. Leader. Oh, it's the Daily Leader. How you doing, pal?
All right, how's it going?
Good.
I was wondering, is that sailor suit the reason Fez loves seamen so much nowadays?
Oh, jeez.
Does he mean Navy personnel? Because I do support the troops.
Boy, oh boy.
Yeah.
How would he comment Fez like that?
I don't know.
Have you noticed that Leader and Turtle, they're bashing Fez.
They're Fez bashers.
And it's not right.
Well, you got him back with that Navy personnel line. I don't think we're going to have to worry about Leader coming around anymore. I had no idea what to do with that Navy personnel. That's why I'm hearing about that sheepy over there fighting on Pal Talk. Oh, yeah? Well, I'm strong bad. And at least I don't have a black eye. I'm sheepy, damn it. I might have to slap sheepy out of the people we love who lived fucking thing.
Oh, man.
That's going to crush him.
Yeah, well, we haven't gotten somebody no-win in days. The last it's been weeks, actually. The last person, you got to have 100% of the vote. Fez's name came up. You got 2/3 of the vote, Fezzy.
Who did I miss?
All that secret balloting. And it's unusual to make it through on the first ballot anyway.
All right. As long as you said it's, customary.
You're up to the third ballot, though, and if you've lost 2 ballots, 2-3. 2 out of 3 you got.
Right.
If you don't make it through the third ballot, you got to wait a while before you're back in. So I'm wishing you all the best luck.
I don't come up for eligibility, whatever it's called.
That's one of the things that held you back. You work in radio and... Whoa, look at the ass shot from HTG. Just leaning over, ass up into the camera. You can't express yourself when you work in radio.
Yeah. Some words trip me up.
There you go.
Fez is going to have to get in through the Veterans Committee, like the scooter.
Please, don't even fucking get me started. I mean, I feel bad the guy's dead.
Yeah.
He's not a Yankee. He ain't in the Hall of Fame. Period.
MVP 1955.
1 year. That doesn't get you into the fucking Hall of Fame.
He was the runner-up in 49 as MVP. 5 All-Star games, 7 World Series titles.
Well, anybody who played in New York in those days was going to go to the World Series. And again, a very fucking strong lineup all the way around them. Here's Jason. Jason, you're on Fez.
Hey, buddies, what's going on?
Yeah.
Hey, the thing that drives me nuts, I'm a paramedic. I'm out in the field every day. I love it. I love being outside. I love helping people. but I must get asked 4 or 5 times a day, hey, when are you going back to school? You're going to become a nurse? They make so much more money. You're going to become a doctor? Come on, you can't possibly like being a paramedic. It drives me crazy.
Now, where is it only about money? Is that all it comes down to?
Yep, absolutely. I just went to a bring your parents to school day for my son, and everybody there, I live in a white-collar town, and everybody's like, hey, so what'd you make last year? Hey, you're going to go golfing this weekend? No, I don't have time to go golfing this weekend, but I like my job.
Right.
I saved the guy's life last week, and I listened to his nagging wife just bitch up and down, and the guy's a salesman. And, he died right in front of me. We got him back. He's doing great. And he looked at me, and he said, you must really love your job. And I said, yeah, I do. And I didn't even know what to say to him about his. Ugh.
You should have said I should just let you go after I saw how the way your life turned out.
Yeah, well, I almost felt like saying it. After seeing his wife, I was like, damn, I wish I didn't do that. Sorry, bro.
Yeah. All right, peace.
You guys take care.
It's all about money in this world, Fezzy.
Always.
It's always about the money.
Yeah, I'm guilty of that same thing because
you ask people how much they make?
No, not how much they make, but like the last time I was in the hospital, I would, some like physician's assistant, that whatever job that is, would come in and talk to me, and I'm like, "Are you studying to be a doctor?" Like that job that they were doing wasn't enough.
But why?
I don't know. I just trying to make conversation while someone's sticking me. It just seemed like a natural progression.
Like you always have to be working your way up.
Yeah, like it's like, all right, that obviously can't be enough for you, even though, I don't know that person at all.
Do people talk to you about that, like your radio job isn't enough?
No one ever does that to me.
Wouldn't you like to be in TV or film one day? You see yourself getting pictures?
I would think it happened to you guys quite a bit. I know my mom said that about you guys.
Yeah.
She said, why don't they do a TV talk show?
Yeah.
And I said, it's a totally different animal. I mean,
no, it isn't. I could do one in a fucking heartbeat. Seriously, I could. There's three. There's fucking 3 of those jobs in the world.
It's you couldn't riff for an hour and a half or whatever. On television, it's a 5-minute segment, commercials. I mean, you would want to do that?
Yeah. I'd rather. No, I would turn down Letterman's gig.
No, I'm not saying that. But I'm saying I'm not sure a stereotypical television talk show host would suit your talents as well as
it would
radio.
be fucking perfect for me. I would be fucking fantastic at it.
Okay.
Jay Moore brought that up like it's a bad gig, too. And I'm like, I think you're insane. I think it's the fucking premier fucking gig. But there's only 3 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
CBS, ABC, and the second one, NBC, or are you including Kimmel in that?
Yeah, I'm including Kimmel.
Okay.
I think he's got a great gig.
That's interesting. So are you going to work for that goal?
No, there's nowhere to work. There's nothing to do. It's like saying, am I going to work for the lottery?
It could be accomplished.
What do you think? I'm satisfied with my life? This is what I fucking pictured for myself?
I'm sure you have some deeper aspirations.
When you talk to me, when you said, don't you think he wishes he was doing more with his life?
Yes, to be honest. I think maybe there's a part of you that wishes, maybe you were a great novelist or painter or something like that.
Really? You think that?
Yeah.
Faz, you think I'm happy with my life?
No, I think you always strive for... I think you're happy with your life now, but I think you always strive for more. I don't think you're unhappy with your life.
Oh, I don't see myself as being ambitious. I honestly think it should come to me. I don't think I should strive at all. I think more should be handed to me.
But I think...
that's what I love about the Whackbag guys. They fucking handed me the book. The book now has been handed to you. You don't have to do what Jimmy does.
Well, I think it's
work for it.
I think it's interesting that you would bring up that book because finally you can see something concrete that maybe you've achieved artistically. Because when you just speak words, where do they go? They're off.
Why do you have to fucking sit and say what? My life is just frittered away? That's what you're saying now?
No, I'm saying you don't understand that.
No, I understand my life, if that's what your thing is.
No, what I'm saying is, to me, one of the cool things about like radio or stand-up comedian is that it's magical because it's not something you can see, feel, or touch like other...
You can hear it. And you can see...
But I think sometimes you like just for for instance today you said
How did you come in here and take over? What has fucking happened? Where does he go? Nico brought this up to me. He goes, the second Dave walks into the room, Fez fucking hits the time card and is out.
No, I'll leave.
What is it that you're not interacting? What is it you want to know? You see me every day. Am I being unmasked? Is this it? Unmasked by a stupid person? What is it that you want to know? What are you curious about?
I'm trying to say that I don't think you see your own artistic merit. Like, for instance, when today you said, well, someone can look back at a bridge and say they've accomplished that.
Yeah.
Because you can't see that. You can't see, or a painting or a sculpture that you've done. You think maybe what you are doing now isn't as valid. And I think what you or Fez, radio people and comics do is magical because it's always to be seen in whoever's appreciating that art. It's always to be seen in their head or their hearts.
You may be the dumbest person.
Wow.
Seriously, I want you to sit down. I cannot imagine going through life like you. Now, I understand you're in big trouble for blowing that you brought up the my caca thing to me. I talked to somebody who thought that was supposed to be dinner for 4 when you brought it up to me.
Yeah.
Then other people now are bugging.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. I said no. I go, Dave had no right. I won't come. Dave had no right to bring that up.
Yeah.
I am not going to hold you to this.
Then that's my bad.
Where are you going?
Say. Probably the PJ Carney's. I should have said.
Why is PJ Carney's considered the center of the universe anymore?
It's just because of the proximity to the studio. Yeah.
Does anybody get the unappetizing food and
bad service?
Bad service and
the service is hideous there.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right.
But they do have good drinks, and that's what people like. I mean, they really serve a nice pint of Guinness there.
How hard is that?
Yeah, I mean, anyone who has Guinness can serve it.
Theirs seems extra creamy and cold. Oh, man. So good.
Oh, it's just close.
And you're drunk within seconds.
Sometimes.
And it's always crowded. Even if there was...
It's awful and it's crowded.
This is the weird thing. That place, even if it was empty, it would still be crowded. The tables and chairs are so tight and close together.
Yeah.
And to me, it almost feels like they're using children's furniture from like a school cafeteria. That's how tight and crowded it is in there.
I find it just depressing, like I've wandered into an Edward Hopper painting. I just feel like, what am I doing here?
Well, you say crowded, I say comfy.
You can't maneuver in there. I swear, one person, if they want to get up, the entire table has to get up, and it has to be unscrewed from the floor to move it.
Yeah, but that's what it's about.
Fez furious now.
That's what I know. All of a sudden, I just can't stand this place.
I like and we like intimate settings.
No one said you had to go, Fezzy. He should even invited me.
I mean, it's fun when you're going out with your pals to have a nice, comfy, intimate setting. For me personally, rather than a huge arcade.
You like to be nutsack to nutsack with your buddies. All right, who's all going now? Since you shut your mouth off.
Well, since I did that, me, Casey, my beautiful wife, HTG, Mike Kaka, of course, the guest of honor. Pitsy's trying to finagle his way in.
Does he bring in Toothpick Vic, his fiancé? Toothpick Vic, great to see you back.
We were hoping Mr. B and maybe Mr. Watley would be there.
Well, I'd love to say goodbye to Mike.
Okay.
6 weeks he's going to be gone.
Yeah, it's going to be rough.
Yeah. Now, we were doing See You in September. Is it October now he's coming back, or October?
6 weeks from tomorrow. I don't know. I think it still might be the end of September.
Yeah. I don't know. Everything has changed.
Yeah, because if tomorrow's the 15th, it's probably like September 29th or 30th.
It's hard to believe summer's almost over, huh?
Yeah.
Summer of 07.
Can't wait. Can't wait for the fall. It's the best season of the year.
Yeah, but then it slides into that whole winter, slushy, wet, depressing, time to hang yourself part of the year.
Fall with between the baseball postseason, the beginning of football.
Brother, you preach to the choir. You don't have to tell me the fall's a beautiful season. I dig.
The
I'm
best.
with you. I understand. But it does slide into Christmas, the horrible Christmas season.
Horrible.
And then you got January, February, March, April. It gets ugly over there.
8 months of the year.
It gets ugly. Yeah. The rest of it's ugly. You didn't hear me bitching about the winter when I lived in Florida. Then summer was the fucking nightmare.
Now, Dave, maybe you can remind me of this. Did we invite Sheepy to go watch Notre Dame games with us this season?
Why would you?
No, we didn't.
Why would you?
Because I got an email from him the other day saying, remember last year you said I could watch Notre Dame games with you?
No, he's not part of the original three.
Who's the original three?
Fez, myself, and Mikey Boy.
Does Mikey Boy bring his kids a lot?
Yeah,
he does.
Then Fez could bring Sheepy. Because I'm telling you, we're
going to need another sippy cup.
Is someone who needs an asexual to look up to.
Yeah, but Fez's kids, I think, probably are less irritating and probably would ask less.
You know what? I'm not going to seriously. I'm not going to have you be cruel to him. If I told you what that boy's childhood was like, he wished he would have had somebody to dress him up like a little girl and put makeup on him the way you got.
I know, but when Baby Love and Jillian seem to have grasped the sport of football, I can't say the same thing about Sheepy.
So maybe he will.
He wants to learn is his whole point.
I know you. Neither one of you guys grasp the game of football. Earl outbet you both. All right, Sheepy thinks that Fez invited him, and he's very excited.
Well, he can go. I just don't remember inviting him.
Do you know why you go through the HOSP thing and the Vinnie Cooper things? Because you say stuff like this about people.
Oh, okay.
And his feelings are hurt.
No, I want Sheepy to go.
He's not going now, he says.
Oh.
Maybe him and Vinnie Cooper and HOSP should go. Hey, Jared, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, I'm a carny, and every time that I see people or meet them, they're like, man, why would you do that job? You're just going to go and get a real job. I'm like, well, what's wrong with being a carny?
What do you do, brother?
I'm a truck driver for a big show.
So you drive. You're a ride boy. You're driving the rides.
Yeah, I pull the rides. I've been doing it for about 3 years now.
Now, what part of the country?
Well, we're all up in New York, Queens, stuff like that, like in the springtime, and then now we're like in upstate, middle of the state, and then we'll be going to York, PA, down to Perry, Georgia, and then our season's over. Like at the beginning of November.
Now Steele County Fair, the Steele County Fair is this weekend. Fried donuts. But I will tell you this: when you're a carny, and you go into the small towns, it's unbelievable. But girls want to bang the carnies.
Oh yeah, it's all over the place.
It's like being in a traveling rock band, and the reasons are twofold. Number one, they see bright lights. Whose pussy is not going to get moist for that? And number two, you can do something with boys that are going to be leaving town. If you live in a small town and you blow someone, then you're known as the girl who blows someone. But you could blow a carny, and no one, 5 days later, he's gone.
It's definitely a wild lifestyle. I'll give you that.
Yeah,
I love it. I would never do anything different. It's in your blood. You know what I'm saying?
Tell me about it, brother.
I mean, I love it. When you try to get away from it, you just can't. It's in your blood. I love it, and I would never do anything else.
All right, take care, my man.
All right, right on, brother. Love you. Right on.
We got a break here, Earl, or are we staying on to the end of the show?
We can go a little bit longer, yes.
All right. You're all fucked up with these breaks anymore. I don't know what's gotten into me. Only one from the next.
Do you think that when you have an argument with somebody that and you're getting really mad, the truth comes out?
I think it does, Snout Nose.
Hey.
Oh.
I don't have a pig nose.
You don't think you do?
No, I don't think I have a pig nose.
Have you seen a pig?
Yes.
Have you seen a pig's nose?
Yes.
Did you ever say, hey, that looks just like my nose?
No, I've never said that.
Well, you should. I know people say finally the truth when an argument takes place. I don't think so. I think that during an argument, you're just trying to hurt the other person.
And just looking for the weakest point.
Yeah, whatever it takes. You know, you could yell out, oh, at least whatever. But all you're trying to do is hurt the other person. I really don't think that's the way you normally feel.
I wonder because, if it's like that thought has obviously been in the person's head, for a while for it to come out.
I don't even think so.
You don't think so?
No. I think if I was fighting with you, I would, make fun of your shirt or whatever it happened to be, something that might feel like it's endearing to you. I might just yell out, you're never going to get to work rebuilding that house because you're too damn lazy. You know what I mean? Because I know it's something you just brought up. Or, who gives a shit who goes to Notre Dame with you? You never even went to that school, and now you watch, and it's just an excuse to get drunk. You know what I mean? And I know, like,
that all sound
bingo.
Truthful,
yeah, but I know what I'm trying to say is it sounds truthful, right? Because it's something that you like,
yeah.
And now somebody that you like is saying it to you, and I think that's what an argument is.
But I think all those things that you say could be true.
Well, they are true in this case.
Yeah.
I think you try and hurt them with the truth.
Right.
So I do think that when you get into an argument, the truth comes out.
Well, obviously you can't hurt somebody by yelling out. I can't yell out at you, well, at least I'm married to a Chinese amputee. That wouldn't hurt your feelings.
Right.
But if I, attack something about... Knowing, like, if I said something about, let's just say I might yell out about Casey and Jonathan, right?
Yeah.
Because I know that would hurt you.
Right.
Now, I don't think about it,
Yeah.
nor would I, but the computer in my head would immediately go to, what would hurt Dave? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay.
Not what is I need to express myself loudly,
Right.
I would think, what are the things that bothers Dave? And then say them to him.
Yeah. So it's not that you feel it, it's just that this is what the other person would feel bad about.
It's just an attack like anything else. It's the same as if you were to punch somebody or fight somebody. You would try to go, where is the weakest part of him? And I will hit that.
But even if you're just trying to bother them, if you said, as long as that person might think it's true, then it's battling them with the truth. You know what I mean?
It's their version of the truth. Look at this, the way she's leaning back. It's like, but you see what I'm saying? All I'm trying to do is hurt you and hurt what you think is important.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, when I, for instance, if Pitt's not getting into a fight, I attack his earring because I think that looks really lame. And
you're not good at this, though. You never hurt anybody's feelings.
Right.
Like, look at Earl will always bring up you, well, you ate shit and you're calling me crazy. And since it doesn't bother you, it proves that Earl does not know how to do that properly. He has no skills. And that's why you win every fight against Earl. You know what I'm saying, Earl?
I don't agree with that. I mean, I'll just state something that's true. He's always questioning.
And that's why you lose fights, though. Matt, we have never left here and went, Earl got the best of Dave. Because you're yelling out true things that don't bother him. You'd be better off saying false things that do bother him. Get to his paranoia.
Oh, I understand that. But
if you had a brain in your fucking head, you would yell at him, who makes more money? Every single time. Because all those guys cannot believe that you make more money than them. They all are fucking hurt by that. But since you don't have a problem with it, you don't say it.
It's not that. I never thought about it.
They do. That's what I'm trying to fucking tell you. I try to explain to you how to fight.
Yes, and it's a very good explanation. Thank you.
Oh, you're an ass kisser. Here's just truth. You're a fucking ass kisser. You literally kiss asses.
I'm not trying to kiss ass. I'm giving you a compliment.
Oh, my God.
Earl, same thing.
Oh, my God, that he would yell that out. Hey, Tugboat, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, guys.
Yeah.
Don't you think that in a fight, primarily you look for that other person's kryptonite where you know, okay, if I say, for example, if I call my wife a cunt, that's her kryptonite.
If it bothers her.
Yeah, because obviously, no, that's what I mean, but that's her kryptonite.
Yeah.
Now, if Dave was to turn around and say something ethnic about Casey because she's a Jew, wouldn't that also be like her kryptonite?
Only if it bothered her.
Correct, because I don't think it would bother
I don't think she would give two shits nor, that thing. So you don't, the whole thing of, no matter what, if you're trying to get someone to like you or get someone to hate you, it really is about that individual person.
Exactly. You know which button to push
Right.
that's going to get the reaction that you're looking for. It's like saying, Dave, take out your brain and play with it.
Yeah.
That would be his button because he doesn't obviously have a brain.
No, that wouldn't be my button.
I mean, if I were to attack Dave, I would honestly bring up things about saying that he didn't do as well as his brothers or disappointed his mom, because that is stuff that fucking bothers him.
Yeah.
Now, I don't even know that situation at all, but I've seen him hurt with that. If you were to bang Fez, what would you say to him?
If I was to get Fez?
Yeah.
I'd probably poke fun at his OCDs and his loneliness.
I would say, well, at least I'm not a bad son. And he would go down like a ton of bricks.
That would kill me.
Because I would hit the fertile land that his mother has already tilled for so many years. It's why would I want to knock a hole in the fence when there already is a wide open hole?
OCDs is not going to get
It's
me.
not going to get him.
No.
But if you let on to him the same shit that they already took care of back there in Florida years before, it's fucking the game will be over. The game will be over. Now, Earl, if you were to attack Fez, what would you say?
Oh, I would probably go after his, any of his quirks, like when he...
Like what?
You fucking rip.
Like what?
No, like when he grunts on the air sometimes.
That's a good one.
Oh!
That's a good one, and I would probably go after, can't make a phone call, can't do anything without repeating Ron, just went and said OCD after Dave just did.
Ooh.
So what would you say to get to him, Earl? What would you say to get to Fez?
Then I would probably come back and say, well, at least I don't sweat it too much.
Yeah! Oh, Fezzy?
I would probably come back then with, was in promotions hanging a picture for 14 years? Something like that?
What would you say then, Earl?
I don't know. I was like, I can go over a bridge and not freak out.
Face.
I would probably bring up, pass by every intern you've ever trained that now works in corporate.
What would you say then, Earl?
I have no problems with a tunnel.
Oh!
I would bring up, lives in a studio, a radio studio, never goes home.
I don't know. I've heard it counter as like, I don't live on an island.
Shit island. Boom.
Shit island.
Fatso.
Did you just say fatso? You fuck.
Hey.
Would that be it for you, Fez? You go out?
No, I wouldn't go out. Let's see.
Let's see.
There seems to be a laundry list. I would probably bring up faint lately.
I guess my retort would be cry lately.
Oh! My retort would be, what's bothering you today? Need another brain scan for the imaginary headaches?
Earl?
I'm thinking. I don't know. At least it's like having trouble with the stairwell again. I don't know. He has trouble getting upstairs.
Oh! Attack the heart!
Calling him a geriatric.
I would then come back with, how much dead air today, Earl?
We can say that to both of you. This is E-Rock's line for Fez. Hey, Earl, at least I'm white. Bang, bang, boom. It's all over there.
And it's done.
Actually, I'm very proud of you, Earl. You really got some shots in. And you know what?
Very
now,
hurtful thing.
I think the truth does come out. Because he really hit you with a lot of things that bother you in a big, big way.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of truthful things.
Can't believe Earl went after his stent.
I know, that's mean. Hey, Earl, do you still have that power bar I gave you the other day to hold for me?
Fucking
starving today.
Still in the office. Yeah.
$5 says he ate it.
Yeah.
$5.
I got one right here, Ronnie.
Oh, thank you. That's why you won the big fight. Which, to tell you the truth, I'm not even sure if you did or not, Fez.
I'd say can't get a power bar for Ronnie in time.
Oh, jeez. Wow, that got a little ugly between you two.
It really did, and it's going to be hard to forget.
Hey, it was hard for me just sitting in here. I was like going, I love you both. Why are you doing this? Why? All right, let me see some of these. All right, this is some of the lines that Fez could use. Opie likes me, and I work. Oh my God! What is little shorts is your wife wearing today?
What?
I just saw her get up. Amazing.
Oh boy! I'm gonna have to make a phone call if you'll excuse me.
Ask her to put on some music.
What kind?
Yeah. Stripper. Just put stripper. Wait till she comes back. Just tiny little shorts. I don't even go so far as say like they look like they were jockeys.
I'm not sure about
I don't know where she just got up and left. She must be dropping a deuce. But
she never takes the camera in there.
She never sticks up for you against your mom?
No, I mean, she gives me advice about what to do. You
like
know,
stop dressing up like a girl in front of her and stuff like that?
Be a man.
Do you feel like you're not a man?
I feel like I'm a man. I feel like I was a dutiful son as well. My mommy wants to dress me up as a little girl. I'm fine with that.
Dutiful. Chris, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, what's going on, buddy?
Yeah.
Hey, when I start fighting my old lady, I always tell her she's gonna look like her mom because she weighs like 400 pounds.
Wow, that's
and
fucking
also, hey, Earl.
When you bring the mom into it, now let's go on. When you're fighting with your friends or family, on a scale 1 to 10, how bad do you fucking open up? How much are you going to have the kind of fight that you guys were just kind of toying with there? How serious will you get?
I think I'll go to an 8.
Really?
Yeah, I think I'll go pretty high.
I'll go to a 10. My
Earl?
friends and I go to a 10.
Earl, what about you?
Oh, you got to go all the way.
Yeah. And I don't understand why people don't get... There she is. Well, she just sat down quick, though. Got a great-looking wife.
You see those shorts again? I gotta make sure. I might have to do outfit inspections before I leave for work.
This outfit is Dave approved.
That Nico 26 here, I dig in a big way. But I was upset that Nico has her name. And that has kind of polluted the name. You know? Not to mention the Velvet Underground. So what are you going to do?
Who's gone, by the way? Well,
yeah, we didn't even have a goodbye party for him.
Although that is, in a way, very perfect for the Velvet Underground.
Mr. Popular.
Yeah.
Just let him go the way of the Vertigos.
Yeah.
No big send-offs.
The Vertigos. Boy, that kid is always remembered as the least favorite of them all, huh?
Yeah.
This is the chick that Pitsy was looking at, Danielle?
Mm-hmm. Danielle. Yep. She's got a bunch of shots.
She's fucking cute.
Yep. Yes, sir. And I mean, he was checking a lot of photos out.
Did you used to date her, Pitsy?
I was her first kiss. So we have that little.
When you were a little kid?
Yeah.
How old?
I was a senior. She was a freshman in high school.
Wow, you fucking are awful. A senior fucking macking on a freshman? That's not fair.
But see, something's still there if this was the girl he had a first kiss with, and he's checking her MySpace page out 5, 6 years
She didn't look
later.
like that when she was a freshman, did she?
No, not at all.
Yeah.
See, I spot talent young, but then they grow up and they don't want
They don't want
to do
anything.
with me.
Yeah, then they're done with you.
Yeah.
And your fucking boy band fucking beard. Too bad.
Well, if you look at pictures of Pitts, he, believe it or not, used to be thin. And I don't know what...
Boy, he hit a 10 right away. Didn't
Yeah,
he?
right. He went right. He went to 10. Pitsy, I know that you fucking go all out to fight when you have a fight.
Oh, yeah.
I heard you with your mom dropping the C-bomb. Dropped the C-bomb on your mother. That was awful.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's just... She's dropping F-bombs and shit on the other phone, too, so...
What is she saying? I'm
You're
not going to
fucking-
fuck you anymore.
You
I'll
fucking
sweat
piece
all
of shit.
Really?
You're just like your father. You know what I'm saying? Stuff
Wow,
like
and
that.
you never even met your dad?
No.
What a thing to say. Go like, then say this to her. How would I know what he's like? You couldn't hold him. You can't hold a man. I'd be right. That's why I tried to call you at 1:26 last night, Betsy. Hey, I wrote a joke for you. I hope you like it.
Should have seen Pitts this morning. Ron called me at 1:46 last night.
I'm sure. I mean, that is freaky. That is absolutely insane. I'm sure, like, when you get a call like that, it would only be to say, I've got a bottle of pills and I'm ready to take them. You don't call anybody else at 1:26. You have two things. I'm either going to kill myself or, hey, do you have any more of that Coke? Because I can be over in 15 minutes.
When Pitts told us that, the whole rest of the office just basically treated him like Don Larson throwing the perfect game in the 56 series. No one sat next to him or talked to him within 15 feet.
Like, you don't know what actually came up?
Yeah, we had no idea. We're like, if Ron's calling this asshole at 1:46 in the morning, we are not going to speak one word to you, pal.
Yeah.
You're on your little prep show solo today.
Yeah, it was pretty fucking scary. But, like, I first thought it was Fez. Something happened to Fez, and I'm like, fuck, what did I do now that he's calling me at 2 in the morning?
Fez is dead.
We really got a break here, Fezzy, and then we'll have enough time for the end of the show. Let's clear all the guys out when we come out. It's not enough time. I want to do the fastest hour with you, but let's just do a hot 15 minutes, Fez.
Okay, that sounds good.
A hot 15 minutes. We'll run down the news. Earl, here's a little out cue for you, if you can indeed pay attention.
Ron Bennington, Fez Wadley, The Ron and Fez Show.
XM 202.
The Ron and Fez Show.
Ronnie, Michael Vick, his two last co-defendants, they have decided to enter plea bargains. So now it's Michael Vick standing alone on the dogfighting charges.
My plea was it was all Michael Vick. I cannot tell you how much I hate Michael Vick, and dogfighting keeps me up at night. We should all pull together and just think about dogfighting.
Now, originally you pleaded not guilty. Why the change in heart?
I read my emails, and now I understand how many people put dogs above all else in the world. Fez, do you know at any given time there's at least 2 dogfighting rings somewhere in the world?
Really? Oh, the entire world.
The entire planet. Michael Vick should be killed.
So Michael Vick, he has until Friday to enter his own plea bargain agreement and say, yes, I was behind Bad Dogs, Inc. with a Z or whatever it was called.
Well, is everybody else definitely involved, and Michael's still just saying it was just his house?
Right, yeah. All 4 defendants, 3 of them have said, yes, guilty. We were dogfighting.
Yeah.
So they've got to be talking to somebody saying, yeah, Michael Vick would, play the Panthers on Sunday, and then Monday it was back to dogfighting.
Well, no one has said that yet, though. Nobody has said Michael was there. I know his cousin was using his house, but that doesn't matter to me. Puppies are God's creatures, and people are not.
I wonder what Michael Vick's going to do. I think he plea bargains.
No, I think no way. You got all that money? Roll the dice. Go for it, Big Mike. The guy can scramble. I've watched many, many games. I go, it's a sack for 12. Michael Vick will end up running for 86 yards.
We'll find out on Friday. Another wrestler found dead, Ronnie. This one, Crush. Crush, the third member of Demolition.
Well, who were all the other members?
There was Axe and Smash were the original ones.
Yeah. How many of them are dead?
Just Crush.
Nice.
So he was brought in when Smash couldn't wrestle anymore and really decided to be an S&M manager.
Well, that's for you, Fuzzy. I preferred him when he was from Hawaii. Kahuna Crush.
Oh, that's right, with the double-sided head claw.
I remember where he would do that kind of hang 10 thing that didn't catch on. Wrestlers just die just one after another. Early 40s is a dangerous time to be a wrestler.
Yeah, that's considered an old man. You might as well be Freddie Blassie at that point if you reach 40 in wrestling.
Classy Freddie Blassie from the great film My Breakfast with Blassie.
Now, Crush, I never remember getting really put over much in the WWE. Had a tag team championship, that was about it. Front page news now that he's dead.
New York Times, so they run it as a nation weeps, Crush is dead. Well, here's the MO. Found dead in bed, and this is every wrestler. Found dead in bed, no natural causes, that we have no idea what it is, in Tampa, Florida. You could just take that as the boilerplate. If I was a wrestler now and my wife said, I want to move to Tampa, I'm like, no, I cannot. It's very dangerous to be a wrestler in Tampa.
It's the Bermuda Triangle of wrestlers. They go in and they just do not come back out.
Well, I mean, obviously, since the Benoit thing, the press is now paying attention. This is bad news for the WWE because they have so many dead wrestlers and ex-wrestlers that anything that happens now is just going to flash up in the paper.
Yeah, and Congress already saying they're going to investigate Vince McMahon. And
Crush's death. Congress has said we will get to the bottom of the Crush death.
If there's a congressman around that can name a Crush match, I would be shocked now that they're so interested.
Fezzy, everyone keeps bringing up steroids. But I will tell you this. I think it's barbiturates. I think it's sleeping pills, painkillers, all from your friendly neighborhood doctor. And why everybody's looking at this stuff saying it's wrestlers, these guys just happen to be famous. I would look at anyone who had gotten into car crashes or neck injuries or back injuries after they've been on these drugs for, a decade or so. At a certain point, the heart just says, look, I cannot constantly be trying to pump around this painkiller body. Now that I'm sleeping, I'm going to stay down. I honestly believe that. I think that's what needs to be looked at.
O.J. Simpson's If I Did It book has found a publisher with the profits going to the Goldman family, so they will put it out.
I read this book.
Yes.
Even though it hasn't been out yet, I got it from one of my spies in the publishing business. And you're not doing any good to anybody or any bad to anybody by putting out this load of crap. It is just absolutely a book about nothing.
I have the feeling that, when it first got brought up, I thought, all right, there's going to be a certain voyeuristic part of the country that makes this thing a bestseller. Now it just seems like complete miss on this.
Well, I think it would be a bestseller if, there were some facts in it, but it's all faked. And you could tell OJ didn't sit at a typewriter. As a matter of fact, I'm sure he met the author, the actual writer, the ghostwriter. The ghostwriter was writing with a pencil and a pad, and the pencil was between his ass cheeks, and he was just going back and forth because it's literally writing out the ass. There's nothing there. It's not even worth discussing.
I'm going to wait for the book on tape anyway, so I can hear it in OJ's own words that he killed Nicole, read by the author. Cal Ripken Jr., he has been named the special sports envoy for the U.S. by the State Department for his wholesome American image. He's replacing Michelle Kwan.
And what does the sports, what is the name of it?
The special sports envoy to the United States.
Do I just say envoy, or I have no idea what I'm doing there? Earl grabbed that because it was a Warren Zevon song, wasn't it? I don't know if I'm saying it wrong or you. It just seems crazy to me.
So what he does is he goes around the world and talks to children in other countries about the importance of sports.
Right, but when you get to other countries, you go to England, Africa, they're going to say, what is baseball? We know sports, but we've never heard of baseball before.
Yeah, it must have been really hard for Michelle Kwan, the ice skater, to go to some drought countries and just talk about how important ice skating is and how it changed her life. I'm wondering who could have been the worst choice if they could have picked somebody. Maybe Michael Vick as our sports envoy. Some countries that have dogs. A new poll says that 90% of Americans say that it's their duty as citizens to vote, even though 90% don't vote. And 2/3 of that said they feel guilty when they don't vote.
I've not voted before, and I have felt guilty. But I may not vote the next time. I just don't know how I feel about the whole process anymore. I'm looking at the Democrats. I'm looking at the Republicans. And I basically feel like it's like betting on the WWE. I just do not think that anybody out there isn't working together against us all.
I always go in, I always vote every election, and then I always wonder, did I make a mistake on that ballot? Not that I picked the wrong person, but did I just do it wrong?
No, I know the people that you voted for, Reagan, the Bushes. You pretty much made a mistake on that ballot.
When I pulled my lever in there.
Anytime I pick up the news and see what this, the kind of shape this country's in, I always go, way to go, Watley. Thanks for your big vote.
I'm trying to fix my votes. I'm trying to cancel them out with some new votes. Monty Python's Flying Circus.
Wait a minute, what year is this? What year is this that this would be a story?
Monty Python's Flying Circus was voted the most influential comedy series in British broadcasting history. So I'm wondering if we did that in the U.S., what would be the most influential American sitcom?
Hold on, I'm talking to a very angry Spike Mulligan right now who wants to know what the hell happened over there. It's Saturday Night Live, the show that was influenced by Monty Python.
Oh, I would think maybe something like All in the Family, where a sitcom doesn't always have to be funny and it could do social issues, something like that.
Yeah, that's what we're looking for. A sitcom that's not funny. Yeah, I guess that is an influence over this country. Go around on the streets and ask anyone under, I don't know, Fez, 40, hey, what's All in the Family about? And they'll have no idea. But everybody in the world, or in the country, has seen Saturday Night Live and says, man, that sucks. Week after week, it sucks. Why do I keep watching it? And yet you go back.
The Galactic Suite is the first hotel planned in space. It expects to open for business in 2012. 3-day stay is going to cost guests $4 million.
The only problem is they have no idea how to get you there. It's a beautiful hotel, but I don't know how to get you up there.
They said in those 3 days, you'll orbit the Earth, I guess, like 80 times or something like that. You'll get like 15 sunrises and 15 sunsets.
My problem is I didn't spend enough money and I got the view on the wrong side. All I can see is the moon. My wife would just be bitching at me, why didn't we go to the other side? I don't know why I act like anyone talks like that, because it's just not true. Why didn't we go to the other side? No, I've never been bitched at in my life.
At least it's going to feel like a longer vacation where it seems like morning, oh, it's night again, morning, night again, as the sun sets and sunrises just keep flying by. They said their biggest problem right now is figuring out a bathroom situation in zero gravity.
Take your shit out the window. Who cares?
When you pay $4 million...
Up to this point, we're shitting ourselves in space, right? We've never gotten beyond that?
Right, yeah, we're just still crapping in our pants. Yeah.
After fucking 40 years of space, you go up there. That's why I won't call those guys heroes. You cannot shit your pants to be a hero in my book.
You don't want to go to the $4 million space hotel and then see a turd fly by in the main dining room.
That thing is going to disintegrate out there. It's not going to be a major problem.
But for $4 million, I do not want to crap in my pants. There's got to be a better way.
You'll crap in your pants on a launch pad. There is no way you will ever have the problem of wondering whether you shit in zero gravity or not.
There is no way I'm going to the space hotel. You really, if you're going on vacation and you're going to check into a hotel, you shouldn't be able to be blown out of the sky.
Well, you're not in the sky. You're above the sky. You're in space. Now, I don't see how you couldn't do it. I don't know why, if you had the opportunity to do this, you wouldn't give it a shot. Richard Branson is going to get us up there. Now, I'm reading that he and Stephen Colbert had a big fight on the set of the Colbert Report, where Branson poured water over Stephen Colbert's head. The Drudge Report has already linked this with an English newspaper, and I'm thinking it's got to be, a bit. I just cannot believe that in the middle of this comedy show, where you would expect this to be a sketch, I can't believe people are believing it.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Maybe the rebel billionaire is just getting more rebellious. Maybe just went a little nuts.
It's a comedy show, though, he's on. All right, that's about it for us, kids. We promise never to try that hot 15 minutes again. We now know it can't be done. Homestar, did you want to add anything at all?
That's the end of my show. Donk.
I've been told that you've been bold with Harry, Mark, and John. Monday and Tuesday, Wednesday to Thursday with Harry, Mark, and John. Satellites gone up to the skies. Things like that drive me out of my mind. I watched it for a little while. I love to watch things on TV. Satellite of love. Satellite of love. Satellite of love. Satellite of satellite.